All right. We are live. Yes, yes. This is Let's Talk About with April. Each and every Tuesday, Eastern Standard Time at 7 p.m. Hopefully my dog will shut up because he never barks. This never happens. Can you hear my dog?
I think I just heard it.
Oh, they got two dogs. They never ever bark. Yeah, you gonna bark tonight? No, we gonna have to. Let me get my son to shut him up. But yes, 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 we are live. We are here with Big No from Richmond. I'm gonna just introduce you how I was introduced to you. Okay,
Okay,
I was told that you are one of the best artists in Richmond.
that's
Right,
all
I
right.
was told that you are one that represents the city and the county like it's supposed to be. I was told that you was one of the most stand-up guys in Richmond. I was told you were one of the most vulnerable guys in Richmond. I was told you were one of those guys that like you could go to about anything. You could talk to about anything. And as we've been dialoguing, right, behind the scenes, I can see that. And so welcome, 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 welcome. And bless you for everything that you stand for. Because our
Thank you, thank
reputation
you.
precedes us, right?
Got
And
to.
so, in that quick 10 minutes that we've been dialoguing behind the scenes, I can see that you are everything. And this all from Rue. I'm gonna just go ahead and keep it
Yeah,
there. That's
shout out
all.
my cousin,
That's
man.
all from Rue. And so, I can see that you definitely wear that crown that he, introduced you as. And so, but I do want to allow you to introduce yourself just in case I kind of left something out. I know you are artists. Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
I'm definitely an artist, entrepreneur. I had a studio for a couple years. I'm a father. Before all of that, I'm definitely a father. Father of seven. Um, I'm just a good dude. That's all I aim to be when I wake up. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? God fearing. Definitely got to throw that out there too. Like I ain't gonna play about that.
Mm-hmm.
And just like you said, I really try to focus on standing for the city and making sure when I present myself that I can see people can see like what a honest what a Richmond dude look like. You know what I'm saying? Because in these times people it ain't nothing wrong with it. Go with the trend and they might be from here, but they act like they from DC or they act like you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying. So I just try to stick to my roots. I'm super proud of my roots. That's one thing my mother, and my family gave me was to know my roots. So I try to be super diligent about being grounded in my roots.
Mm-hmm. I grew all in the comments early. Salute to Rue. I gotta tell you,
What's up, cuz? Love you, Mike.
he just been so supportive, and just like many other people. So I don't want to like nobody. Blunt Rap, DMV, they've been super supportive. There's been a lot of people that's been supporting me and referring guests to me. I appreciate all of it. And I love, and I don't know if you've ever watched one of the lives, but I'm I'm really big on shouting out Richmond. Just saying what so
Appreciate
many
it.
of y'all are doing.
Appreciate it.
I love how the transformation is evident. You know, most people you gotta wave your band and say, "Hey, look over here! I no longer do
Yeah.
this," and "Hey, I'm doing that." Like y'all don't have to necessarily wave a banner. It's in
We
you.
shouldn't, but we do because there still be people on the outside or people that's from here that be trying to act like what's going on ain't going
Yeah,
on. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And I'm
But
the
the
type of
people that's
person.
supposed to see it is all I'm
I,
saying.
I wait. I'm that. When he say I'm the person that wave that flag, I'm the person that come under your
Okay,
comments like,
okay.
yeah, you tripping.
But I guess my point is that you don't have to. The
No, I
deeds are
don't.
shown. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
The efforts are there. The community is shown. I can just see how you guys act from a community perspective, from the females to the males to the older ones to the younger ones. And so I'm sure we all toot our own horn here and then we wave our banner. But y'all works are so visual and consistent. That's the real word. And
yeah,
consistent that you don't really have to. The
yeah.
people that know, and the people that's supposed to see will see. So definitely shout out to Richmond. Okay, so we've been good. We've really been into the interview for like 20 minutes, right? So
Yeah,
we hoping we don't leave that is what we talked about in the background. In the background. Hoping we bring that to the
for
forefront.
sure.
But y'all love the energy, y'all love the energy. So let's give us your dynamics of your household. Siblings, born and raised in Richmond.
Um, Born and raised in Richmond. My mother's only child. My dad had three other kids. Um, I was raised in a like I said, God friend house. Um, Me and my dad ain't really had no relationship like that. I ain't gonna say I ain't know who my dad is. I knew who my dad was. Even I would even see my dad, but we didn't have no relationship. Him and my mama had a relationship type
Mhm.
jump, like you know what I'm saying. So um um like I said, born in Richmond, siblings, uh like I said, I got 7 kids. My oldest passed away, so I got 6 alive. Ranging from he would be 21. My youngest 3 years old.
Mhm.
Um, super family oriented type of guy. You know what I'm saying? Love my family to death. 9 times if you see me out, it's probably because I'm with somebody either my blood or I consider family.
Mhm.
It ain't really too much. I don't really got too many people. I'm gonna be like, yo, this is my friend. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? That's also just how I was raised. You know what I'm saying? So, family orientated. Grew up in Richmond. Got kicked out of schools in the like inner city, young, like elementary. So I ended up coming to like the West End. Graduated from Hermitage High School. Been in music since I can remember. Probably, I think I was playing the drums at the church probably like 12 years old.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I've been in music, been in my life my whole life. Of course, it's Richmond, so you know what I mean. Things changed as I got older. Just stepped out into the outside world, doing what a lot of Richmond. I ain't gonna say all Richmond guys do, but a lot of Richmond guys in the inner city do. You get caught up in that. Excuse me. So just caught up in that for a long, long time. Then I went to prison, came home after 4 years, and I just been pushing music.
So let's take a step back. Playing the drums. So you play instruments as well?
Yeah, I
Is
make
that
beats and
correct?
everything.
Oh, okay, okay. Because I know you did mention God-fed background. Your family was in church. So what was that like playing the drums during that time? Was that something that you had other musicians in your family that played for the church too,
No,
or
like
were you
my
like the only musician?
like in my church, I come from like a country church. It's probably like 30 minutes from Richmond, and like this the same church my grandma went to school to. You know what I'm saying? Like back in
Mm-hmm.
the day when they was going to school, like my grandma
Mm-hmm.
went to school here. So like um my family was like heavy in the choir. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't really know how I picked it up, but like I just felt inspired by the drummers I seen, and I probably would started piddling around them. Like after church, I'd run up there when I probably was like 6 or 7, and I
Mm-hmm.
would just, you know what I'm saying, over time, it was something that I tried and I ended up getting good at, and they actually started even paying me for it. So,
Oh, okay.
you know what I'm saying? So we had I will say like I had a super mentor, Timothy Davis. Like he was the pianist at the church, and he just
Okay.
always took a like for me. You know what I'm saying? He was close to my family. He lived close to my I was living in Delmont. He's from I want to say Timothy from Fourth. I might be wrong, but he like from Fourth Ave, which is nothing like 7 minutes away. So my mom would like he would catch a ride to church with us. So we
Okay.
had grew a real bond from that, and he just never took his hands off me. Like for real, for real. I would say probably all the way up to maybe a year or two before I got locked up, and that was only because he ended up leaving the church and going somewhere else.
Okay.
So yeah, so like he always.
How much older was he
Oh, he was
at
he
that
was he
time?
was so he probably like 15 years, 15,
Okay. So he was an older
18.
guy at
Yeah,
that
he
time.
older guy. He just took a liking to me. You know what I'm saying? Even he really like, even though it's church, like he really had a big influence on me rapping. Like he would take me
Hmm.
to like Sam Ash, and you would have them keyboards back in the day where you press the little demos, and then I
Uh-huh.
have like different type of genres of music, and he would make me rap over all of them.
Oh
Or like
yeah.
he'll be like, "Now I want to see you freestyle while you playing the drums." But like I tell anybody, I didn't take music seriously until I came home. I ain't even think it
Mhm.
was like possible. Like we ain't had nobody really breaking Richmond, so like I just knew I could rap. it was just, you know what I mean, something I do. You know, more never nothing I was like super serious about. Then I started making beats, and that was like high school. And I left that alone after I got locked up. I just started making beats again, probably like a year or two ago. But like he was just
Okay.
a heavy influence on my life. Like he was like not having a father. Like he was probably other than my uncles, like the closest thing to a father. Like as I grew older, he would take me to the movies. Just if I wanted to go out with a girl, he'll pick me up and take him out. You know what I'm saying? Like he was
Mhm.
super, super in my life. You know what I'm saying? So
I
like
love
I'm
that.
always thankful for him forever. I forever love him.
So you said he left the church, and up until you went to prison, he stayed in your life.
Yeah, and he's
Right?
still in my life. Like we
He
still
said,
follow
okay,
each other on Facebook, but I don't see him
okay,
as
good.
much
That's
no
what's
more. But
up.
like, yeah, you know what I mean. I always like even shoot his birthday. I put that joint out there. Like, yo, I just want you to know you was like a father to me. I love you. Like
Mhm.
I put it out there because I don't know really as many bad decisions as bad as I was. I couldn't tell you where I'd have been at without
Mm,
him. You know what I'm saying?
mm. I love that. That's what's up. Shout out to him. Shout
Yeah,
out.
for real.
It's funny how we at least it's funny to me, and that's really just a term I'm trying to stop using because some things not funny. You know, just get used to saying it, right? It's interesting. That's my word. I'm trying to start interjecting. It's interesting how somebody can have such an impact on our life so young that if we pay attention to like the whole journey, we'll realize how it was because of that person that I was kind of
Hmm.
moving. It's because of that person, and then we really start seeing the real
Nah,
impact
for real. You don't really
throughout
get
our
it.
life.
You don't really get it till you can look back though.
Like I said, because in the beginning, it's just he's just a pianist, so he just
Yeah, he just
sometimes
want
you
me to
can't
play
really
the
see it.
drum. You know what I mean? But you know, you look back on it, you like, I know why he wanted me to play the drums because he already seen what I was really on. And
Mm-hmm.
like as I got older, it'd be times like he might pick me up off the block. Like I remember a couple times, like he literally picked me up off the block to go play the drums. Like I'm already ducking my mom. Like I ain't going to that. I ain't got no time for that. But he called. I'd be like, all right, Tom, I got you.
Shout out to him. I love that. Shout out to him. So one thing to be mindful of, I want to make sure your baseball cap is showing throughout. So
Okay,
if you can't see your cap, that means you're too close because I don't want your
okay,
head cut off at the end of it.
okay.
But yeah, shout out to him for sure. So were you the oldest of the siblings, or you
No,
were
I'm the
the young?
youngest. I'm my mama's only.
Oh,
But
oh,
my dad, I'm the youngest out of my dad kids.
got you. Okay, okay, okay. And so, did you go through the mama's boy syndrome phase?
I mean, I still feel like I'm a mama's boy. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? I probably ain't the type of mama boy that I didn't seen because I always was still going away from what she wanted me to do. So,
Mm-hmm.
but I mean, she was like really, her and my grandma raised me. So, like, my grandma passed when I was probably in like ninth grade. And
Okay.
so like from that point on, was just me and my mama. So like I ain't had nobody but hers. I ain't never like, you know, most people that go in the street might got the story of like me and my mama go at it type.
Mm-hmm.
I done called my mama out and I ain't never did none of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I respect my mama to the fullest, you know what I'm saying? In reality, and I done told her this before she passed, and I tell everybody, I feel like my dad was my only mama flaw, the only flaw out of my mama. You know what I'm saying? I feel like my mama was like married a virgin to be real. Like I ain't
Mm-hmm.
never seen her drink. I ain't never seen her smoke. I ain't never seen her cuss. None of that. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how I came out the way I came out. You know what I'm saying? But everybody that know me since a baby know like he just being home. But like I ain't getting none of
And you
that from my
came from
mom.
good stock and
Yeah,
made bad
yeah,
decisions later on. And we know environment. We'll get into that. We'll get into the environment and its effect on us, right?
yeah,
And so yeah, okay, I love that. That's what's up. Shout out to moms.
yeah. Shout out my mom.
Um, and so being the only child, did she spoil you? Were you like a spoiled
Mm,
brat type? No. Okay, she had
nah.
balance. That's good.
Like, like my mama come from 9 kids. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? They father passed when I think the youngest was like 4 or 5. So like my mama came up harder than most kids in the projects. Like my
Mm-hmm.
mama came up with a lot of love in the house. Don't get it twisted, but like putting a steel tub in front of the fireplace to take a bath. uh Cardboard slacks in the bottom of your feet when you get a hole. You know what I'm saying? They used to call them biscuit eaters because they would bring biscuits for lunch. Like that's all they. So like my mama come up from so much humble beginnings that like she never allowed me. Like you're like we could be in church or something and somebody like, oh, he's so handsome. Don't tell him that.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So like that's
That
where I get my
yeah.
humbleness from. Like she ain't never allowed me to get over my, you know what I mean? Ain't no, feeling entitled. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? A lot of the things I did was because I would never even ask my mama for it. And I ain't
Mm-hmm.
even feel right asking my mom for it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So nah, she spoiled me with love.
Yeah.
She spoiled me with love for a fact. You know what I'm saying? Like, no matter what I did, I love that boy. He crazy, but I love him. You know what I'm saying? She ain't never turned her back on me. You know what I'm saying? She had my daughter my whole 4 years. She held her
Mm.
down. She brought her to me every 2 weeks. Like
Wow.
she spoiled me with super love. Like, you know what I'm saying? But materialistic things, like I
She
bought
knew
my first.
better.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
bought
She knew
my
better.
first days. Like she ain't even thinking about what $200, $150 at its back. Even back then, it was probably $150 for some shoes. You crazy? Nah, you ain't getting no. Better catch this clearance rack.
And I'm sure over time you've learned to appreciate that because
Definitely,
you'll be a different caliber of a guy today had you got
definitely,
those $200 shoes as a little
definitely,
boy. you know,
definitely.
um, no slight to anybody's mom that did that. It's
No,
just
yeah,
it
yeah,
does
yeah.
produce a certain caliber of a male, especially a black male, when they're only raised by the feminine, right? And
Yeah,
bless God for her understanding the balance,
yeah,
right? Knowing that the support and love oversaturate you with that. You can't never get too much of that. But
yeah,
all this other stuff is just gonna start doing something to you that, she ain't need you to be your head in that
yeah,
space. Right?
yeah.
That's what's
And
up. That's
you
good.
weren't gonna be soft growing up in this house.
And it's I kind of feel like we're in that space. Well, I feel like we've been here probably 20 years now.
Yeah,
In that space of a lot of us, and I mean us as black women, not being accountable, talk about that offline, for why our boys, I mean, I gotta opt out because I ain't do that to my boys, right? But
mhm,
why did boys end up the young men that they end up?
yeah,
I think that we've taken it lightly and we've used single parenting as a crutch to spoil the boys rotten, and give them whatever they want because we overcompensated for the lack of the dad being there and not realizing what we are creating in them.
definitely.
Right. And so that's good to know. I can tell in that 15-minute conversation and me hearing your dialogues and your perspectives on gen to gen, generation, out generation.
Proud of
I
my boys.
tell the stock you came from, based on perspectives, on that podcast. Okay, so the morals, principles, boundaries are there. That's what I'm hearing, right?
Super.
The love is there, right? So when did you become intrigued with a lifestyle outside of what she was providing? Or
Um,
interesting, whatever that was.
I think to be honest, probably was interested from in conception, to be honest, because of where I was born at. You know what I'm saying?
The
So
environment.
I come from Delmar, so I seen it, you know what I'm saying, with super love in my house. But once you walk out the house, it is what it is. And
Mm-hmm.
even like, I think that seed was probably planted early. Even by the time my mama had moved me out of that environment, it was really already in my head. It was really, oh, I got to stand for something, you know what I'm saying? Or it was, these kids got what I don't got, so I don't like you. You know what I'm saying? It was also, not a sob story because I don't even really feel like I even understood that my dad won't really being a dad until I got super older, like for real, for real.
Mm-hmm.
And I ain't really feel like it affected me until like looking back on it in these last couple of years, really after he passed. So, but I think subconsciously a big thing about it was like my dad. it was like, so I was always looking for, like I say, like how I came up. It won't know if I felt like you was a friend, I feel like you a goddamn cross. If
Mm-hmm.
I felt like you was my brother or somebody I could look up to like that, then I'm gonna love you to death to
Mm-hmm.
default. And I feel like that probably was me looking for that love from another man.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know what I'm saying? When you in them ages, in them age groups, the most, to be real, the most love you gonna find from another man, other than like your family, but you're gonna find most of the people that's doing wrong, like speak on loyalty, speak on love. You know what I'm saying? I died for you. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's the highest, even still now. I mean, I'm programmed to say that. Like if I'm sipping, I'm with people, I probably say it. Like even though it's sickening to be real, like nah, we're gonna live for each other. But like that's what was built in the stock of me coming up. So like I think I just found love in all the wrong places. You know what I'm saying? And probably the infatuation with what I seen those people look like they have, and they might got the girls, or they might, you know what I mean, just be popular dudes. Or for real, I don't even really want to say that to be honest, because that's just the generic explanation. Like I really felt like I felt like people really love me. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I got that from them. Like um at the time your man immature. So like
Right.
somebody willing to fight with you, you know what I'm saying, really gonna go with you, like that's love. Like
Mm-hmm.
what's more love than you ready to throw your body away or you ready to get there go to jail? Like those are super huge sacrifices as a 13, 14-year-old boy. So
Mm-hmm.
like I think that was like more of what I really looked for. It wasn't even like the people I looked up to was like the biggest, flashiest dudes. Like I mean, I seen them, but I really ain't won't out here with the biggest money getters, especially at that point in time. That came down the line. But like when just the inconception of the thought of being outside of what my mama taught me, it really won't even about all that. It was about the love, like, you know what I'm saying? The love that I ain't getting from a man that might come to my house 3 days a week to see my mom and might not speak to me. You know what I'm saying? So like I think I can really say being honest, I feel like I really grasped that probably like in the last 3, 4 months, just a couple of things that happened that made me look back on it and I was like, damn, maybe I was chasing that.
Mm-hmm. Because I mean, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but it's becomes a situation where I'm comparing them to him, and because I don't have much about him, you know what I'm saying? Because it's so low in terms of what I know of him or get from him. It don't take
Yeah.
much for someone
It
to
really
offer
don't.
me something. Yeah, it don't take much at
It
all.
really don't. You know what I'm saying? These people might not be teaching me the best thing, but at least I can say, I could look back, even in my rhymes, I could say, my brother Red taught me this, or somebody taught me this. I can't tell you nothing my dad taught me.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the same time, at that age, and even still to this day, it happens, but I feel like you even more impressionable in them younger years, like it's trauma bonding. So
Yep.
like a lot of people I was bonding with didn't know they dads.
Mm-hmm. Same situation.
But
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at it like, and then I had a couple of my homeboys be like, damn, you might be right. Like I'm looking at it like, bro, this shit even worse. I see this nigga 3 times a week. Like he was on a real schedule with my mama. You know what I'm saying? But this nigga ain't kicking nothing to me. Like he ain't having time. Something like he might not even speak, or if he speak, it's like the most effort. Hey, and I just go up to my room and go on about my business. I done been doing God knows what. You
Mm-hmm.
like, you know what I'm saying, before I came in here, so it won't really no pressure coming from a man. You know what I'm saying? I noticed, with my own kids, like it won't no kick it, no talk about what I might be going through or how you feel about this. Like I try to do that with my kids, you know what I'm saying, as much as possible. I definitely need to do it way more. I'm never gonna say I do all I can do because I can always get better, but I definitely try to do that with all of my kids. You know what I'm saying? If the opportunity brought itself, even if they ask for something small, try to turn that joint into a real lesson. You know what I'm saying? Like, and give them game on what I done been through. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't even get really that. You know what I'm saying? He would got daggone. I was just talking about this with my sister Friday, and I was like, I never learned nothing from my dad from our conversations. But in
Mm,
my family, like traditions is super big on my mama's side. So Thanksgiving, he would pop up like he was the best daddy in the world. Christmas, he would pop up like he was the best daddy in the world. And I would hear stuff. It's stuff that I talk about to this day. Um, that I learned from my dad because he was talking to my uncle or he was talking to my aunt
mm,
in those environments. And even that probably did something to me like, damn, why you don't talk to me?
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So
Because I can only imagine, because it almost starts, especially from a young child. It appears that it starts from being unseen, right? And so now, as soon as I step off the porch, they see me,
you
and he
gotta see
always
me.
cross the street. He driving by in the car,
You gotta see me.
And
That
so
was
that right there alone wins the attention from masculine perspective, because at least they see me. They
yeah,
don't ignore me when I'm walking up and down the block. They not ignoring
yeah,
me when they see me out at the ice cream
no,
shop or getting on the school bus. They see me, and so that
yeah,
alone, and what you said is actually key. I think I might have mentioned that several interviews back. That a lot of times, and I mean, y'all don't know it the same way us as females don't know. We don't
yeah,
know we trauma bonding because most times we're not talking about our trauma. All
exactly.
we know is somehow we gelling. So somehow we just kind of feel like we vibe in the same energy. Like somehow we're just seeing something
Mm-hmm.
familiar about you.
Cause we definitely
Somehow,
ain't sitting around talking about our daddy ain't there.
yeah, ain't no
It
conversation.
just happened that
Mm-hmm.
dude daddy ain't there, like your daddy ain't there. You know what I'm saying? And it end up in our mind at that point in time, that's the least reason why we cool.
Exactly. Yep.
You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? I can say I even seen it from my other side, like my kids. You know what I'm saying? I've been there for my kids other than the 4 years I was locked up. But they mom ain't been in their life. You know what I'm saying? So I
Mm,
would try to do everything I can do, and my mom would help, and the other grandma would help. And I would when they started getting in trouble, I'm like, man, like you can't even sit here and say you ain't had a mother figure. Like
right.
we done try to, but at the end of the day, like you saying, that one person that everybody else that's living a normal life, they mom see them or they dad see them, you ain't got that. And regardless of if you admitting that in your heart, that affect.
Oh yeah. Because at the end of the day, it's in the frontal lobe of your mind. It ain't in the back of
No,
it.
it ain't even in
We
the
say
back.
stuff like in the back. No, it ain't in the back. It's in the frontal lobe and it sits there. Year after year, decade after
But if
decade,
I
experience
think
after experience.
I can say to flip back to me, I think it's so much in the frontal lobe of it almost become a defense mechanism to be numb to it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So then immediately it's like, man, fuck dude. I
Yeah.
don't want dude to be around me. You know what I'm saying? I don't care nothing about dude. Then you start saying stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And it becomes a defense mechanism. And actually after you pass that, it comes a total silence that you never going to mouth, you're never going to express it. You know what I'm saying? In your mind, you think you have taught your mind to put it in the back of your mind.
Right. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You really do think,
You
man,
really do believe it too.
I
Yeah.
don't even think about dude.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So
And that's
you're
what
right.
make it a mechanism. We say it, but that's what makes it that.
Yeah.
It's the actual emotional operation of what's going on in your mind, and because then you start saying stuff you really don't believe, and you
You
don't
don't
feel,
really, yeah, you'll
because
say
you got
anything.
that, and you angry and you hurt.
Or you
It's
just be
I
angry.
don't need
Even if you
him,
ain't
and
saying it, you might be just mad at this random dude that ain't did nothing to you.
yeah,
You know what
mm-hmm.
I'm saying? Even if you're not saying it, but then if you do say it, if it come across your mind, fuck dude. First thing you gonna say.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
mm-hmm.
saying?
We go to the painful truth, and we just regurgitate an opposite, right? Because the mechanism, the way it works, is that we're and we're not doing it intentionally. We don't
No.
even know we're doing it. It's a very subconscious thing that's happening, so much to the point we find ourselves saying the very things that we know aren't true.
Yeah.
Need him? Forget
Because
him.
I can sitting here talking to you, got my mind working like I can literally say I was at this in front of these doors right here when my grandma really woke me up. Cause I was getting in trouble and I'm like, man, I go to my dad's house. And my grandma was like, boy, that man don't want you. He don't do nothing with you. Go on over there, see if you gonna get this love.
Mm.
And the jump crack just like that. Like, oh,
Mm.
she ain't lied. And I know my grandma ain't do that to crush me. It was
Right.
she a human too. You spitting in her face talking about something. She probably don't even really like this dude for real, because he ain't doing nothing for me. You know what I'm saying? So I always can remember that moment. Like like that's when I woke up,
That was a reality check.
and it
Mm-hmm.
was like boom. And I probably was like 12 or maybe 13 at the most, but I already was, a little intrigued by other stuff. But like from that point on, it was like, oh, I'm doing what you know what I mean? I'm doing what I want to do.
Mm. So then it kind of came your reason. Mm-hmm. Would they say your why? Right?
Yeah,
Kind
but you
of,
ain't
yeah.
even, but in your mind, like you said, it's a
Yeah.
mechanism. You making it seem
Yeah.
like I
Mm-hmm.
ain't doing that because of it. You know what I mean? I'm doing
He
this
ain't
because
got
that's
nothing to
just
do with
me.
this.
This
Mm-hmm.
just me. You got to take me as me. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's definitely a mechanism.
You mentioned that just within the past few years, you kind of recognized some things in terms of how you were affected
Yeah,
by your father. What were those things? Oh, yeah, what were those things?
like what I just said. Like I might have been out here looking for a male figure, and that could have been the reason why. I ain't gonna sit here and say my dad wanted my life, like, because at the end of the day, I always been a outspoken person, like
Mm-hmm.
since a kid, like stand on, ain't going. I always been that. I ain't gonna sit here and say he's the only reason I might have fell in the street, because I might have still fell in the street. There's plenty of people out here with both parents that end up being in the
Yeah,
street.
there's many reasons, definitely.
So
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? That I would definitely say what I went through with my sons getting in trouble and then my sons' death, it made me reflect a lot on me as a father, which made me reflect on them, because even my kids, I realized I've been always trying to be the super dad because I'm trying to outdo him.
Not him. Mm-hmm.
Like
You don't
one of
want to be
the
that.
worst
Mm-hmm.
things like a person can say, people in relationship, they say stuff, this, that, and the third. Like the worst thing you could say to me is like, you just like your dad.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I'd be like, what nigga? My dad ain't do none of this. But there might be I get in the mode sometimes and I drink too much. And that was one of his problems. So you might be telling 100% truth, but I don't want you to say it like that.
Right.
You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? So I realized that, like, yeah, man, the most dirtiest thing you can say to me probably is you just like your dad, or you gonna be just like your dad, or you know what I'm saying? Like, and I think that's more of, again, like you lose a child, like you reflect on everything. I was definitely there for my child, but at the same time, I also was honest with my kids about my life. So like somebody could say, even though they don't know, I'm the person that been at every graduation, every doctor's appointment. Anytime anybody got in trouble in the neighborhood, I'm coming across the town. You know what I'm saying? So I was super there for my kids, but somebody can be like, "Well, shoot, your sons was in the street because of you." You know what I'm saying? And so like I always reflecting as a dad, and because I could always be the person to point the finger at him and make me reflect on myself too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that um I would say that's probably it.
Mm-hmm.
Even just knowing like it, I really ain't like again, that mechanism is crazy. I really ain't feel like me not having my dad didn't affect me at all. Like you really never would have had me say that out of my mouth probably 3-4 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I remember my dad dying and posting on Facebook like how I'm supposed to feel. I don't even know how I'm supposed to feel. You know what I'm saying? Now I can't say we did reconcile in his last 6 or 8 months, because my sister was basically the only one helping him, and I ain't want to leave. I ain't gonna lie, I did want to leave Rob, but on the strength of her, I started help babysitting him, and I can't even say we talked about it, but just on the
Just
record, like
time.
I was the kid that he wanted the babysitter, because he know I'm a goddamn coming in, bring him his medicine, bring him his food, and then I'm probably sitting on the porch for the rest of the night. I ain't probably gonna say nothing else. And as an old man being sick, he probably felt like my sisters was, Bob, you got to do this, you got
Right.
to do that. And I ain't doing nothing. I don't in my man, I don't give a damn. You can die right now. I just don't die while I'm here. Like that's dead ass how my mind was. Like, but over time, like we just reconciled just from things other people said. Like, yeah, when you got locked up, he was on it. He was on himself about that. Oh, I ain't even know he felt no type of way. You know what I'm saying? So stuff like that, I could say probably in the last 4 or 5 years, it's probably mostly because of what my sons went through. You know what I'm saying? That made me really look back on it. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like we all, and that's my husband and I. We had 5 kids total. The oldest is 33, youngest is 18, and one thing that we unfortunately often visit is be careful how you judge us as parents, because the very things that you don't like or don't approve of or wish or claim we should have did differently, you'll overcompensate in that area and you're gonna slack in another. Because it becomes you focus now. Okay, I know what I'm not gonna do. That's how we start off. Like parents start off, I know what I'm not gonna do. I might not know what I'm gonna do, but I know what I'm not gonna do. And the first list we go to is what did mom didn't do? What did dad not do? And that becomes the goal.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? And so now, because we're so honed in on what mom and dad didn't do, because we don't start with what they did. We just don't most times. I mean, I'm sure there's some of us to do. But for
No,
the
no,
most
no,
part,
we
we
don't.
start off with what they didn't do.
That's the honest thing. Like you ain't gonna look at all the great things. I mean, if there was great things to do, you ain't gonna look at all the great things, you know what I'm saying, they did. You're gonna definitely, you know what I'm saying, especially being the kid, because at the end of the day, you still look at your parent as you the kid. And when you the kid, you was mad at everything your mama told you you couldn't do.
Little
Or
petty
you know what I'm
stuff.
saying? Like, so
Mm-hmm.
that's the thing is you gonna really, probably remember the most.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then because that becomes our list, it becomes our goal and it becomes our focus. So then we lose focus in all those other areas. Because we think as long as I don't do what dad did, I'm good. As
No,
long
yeah,
as I don't do
because
that.
it's crazy you saying this. It was like 2 phases for me. So before I got locked up, it was my dad won't there for me. So I was like, I'm only like I'm the person that my oldest son walked him to the bus stop, picked him up off the bus stop, taught him how to ride a bike, all of this. And I even be even more transparent. But so most people know, some people don't know. Like my first 3 kids ain't biologically mine, even though I ain't with their mama. But it was like the overcompensation. I ain't had a dad. So I'm about to say these 3 boys right here not gonna be like me. And I'm gonna stick with them through everything. And it was like that. It was that at the beginning. And then when I came home from prison, I ain't feel like they was in the best situation. You know what I'm saying? Because again, my baby mama had fell to drugs. You know what I'm saying? And they was with their grandparents. They just doing the best they can. But like I remember my first my visit on work release, like they shoes won't up the pot. And that don't just super trigger something to me. Like, so from that point, it was when I really got home, we they're gonna be flat. They're gonna have everything. Like, I just remember like my first couple of years, of course, yeah, she was 4 years old, about to be 4 years old when I got in. She was the baby girl at the time. So like I'm buying toys left and right for London. Like Valentine's Day is probably $150 getting spent on a 4-year-old little girl. You know what I'm saying? Christmas, I'm going extra. You know what I'm saying? Even when I got with my girl, you know what I'm saying? She had 2 children. I look at them as my kids. Like Christmas, I'm going stupid. You know what I'm saying? Because I had one girlfriend, my first girlfriend, real relationship. I always love her mama to death. Shout out Ali. I love. She would when they would have Christmas. Like when I say a whole room would be full of toys, and I'd be like, they black like me, like they ain't super rich. They don't. They live like 10 minutes from me. Like they don't. You know what I'm saying? Like this was in my mind. I was like, bro, this is what Christmas was supposed to be like. You know what I'm saying? Like this, what I want my kids to. You know what I'm saying? So like all of those
Yeah.
yeah,
Overcompensating behaviors. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
And we get it, right? So you kind of understand the behavior, but when you're in it, you don't. You don't realize what you're doing until you've done it, right? And so I kind of said that because I kind of feel like that's what you're describing
yeah. That's definitely
with
what
your
it was.
kids. That yeah, mm-hmm.
And you don't know what you making a monster of them up because one of my last conversations with my son sitting on my back porch one night, we talked for like 3 hours. And I'm like, bro, why y'all doing all this, bro? Like, I made sure you had Air Jordan. Like, yo, y'all gotta chill out, bro. Like, all three of my sons had shooting cases. Like, y'all gotta, like, it ain't even, I was like, I literally told him that night, like, bro, I hated kids like you.
Mm-hmm.
He like, what you mean, dad? I'm like, kids that had it and still got daggone wanted to be outside. Your grandma ain't never bought me a pair of shoes over $80. You got everything. I made sure you couldn't go to school and get picked on or felt like you was out of the loop.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? In my mind, that's how I'm gonna make sure you're not gonna follow the path
Avoid
I
it.
went. And he looked me dead in my ass, and I ain't gonna lie. As much as it hurt, it made me smile. He was like, but dad, I don't see you ask nobody for nothing. And I don't want to be asking. I don't want to be on your back for the rest of my life. And I'm like, damn.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, bro, but you still a kid. Like at the time, you ain't even 18. You know what I'm saying? So you supposed to be, yeah, I know,
Supposed to
I'm
be
just
asking.
saying.
Yeah.
I'm like, I feel what you feel, but I don't feel that way.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So it definitely was that. You know what I'm saying? I definitely take accountability and say that was a flaw. You know what I'm saying? Of coming up over doing like I would still probably would do it, but not just the amount.
Yeah.
You know
Mm.
what I'm saying? Try to make them work for something, which I used to try to throw little things out like, yo, let's go get some lawnmowers and y'all working in some way. You know what I'm saying? And they'd be like all for it, but you know, well, I got mom gonna do that when you go buy me the Jordans next week if I don't say nothing more about it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. What did you have you revisited that conversation in depth? Like the
Oh
response?
no, that junk. Oh yeah, that junk. Especially, I mean, it's been three, about to be four. So like definitely the first 2 years, like that
Mm.
conversation was like constantly in my mind. Like I over I overthought a lot of stuff. Like even with music, like I might have spent 150. People might be thinking I'm tripping, but I'm telling the truth. Like I might have spent 150 to 200,000 investing in music. Not in no one time. You know what I'm
All
saying?
right,
This
over time.
over the last 10 years. Watching my son in that casket, that was the first thing I thought about. Like, and I put $20,000 into a studio. I could have sent him away with $20,000 to a prep school.
Mm.
So that conversation right there always be like to this day, it's always in my mind.
It's
You know what I'm
lingering.
saying? You know what I mean? I can't never shake that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I would do. I would work in my studio. I might come in the house 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm pulling one of my sons out. I'm probably drunk. I ain't gonna lie. But I'm pulling one of my sons out the bed and just chopping it up with him man to man for an hour or two. You know what I'm saying? Just so they know it, man. I love you to death, bro. Like I really want you to know that you're loved. Like I know everything you're going through. How you feel? Like you still be thinking about your mom for real, for real? Like you really don't think about your mom? That junk don't bother you? Is that why you out here? Like
Mm-hmm.
really try to talk to him and figure it out. You know what I'm saying? So that
But
was one of the
I'm sure you had to also revisit the reality that they were young. You're talking about
yeah.
young
They
kids.
no,
So
that was
even if, to your point, even if it did bother them, they probably didn't really know how much it affected them. You know what I'm saying? So
no,
if
they
you
didn't.
don't know, how can you articulate it? How can you
You can't
express it?
articulate it.
Mm-hmm.
You can't articulate it. You know what I'm saying? You can't articulate it, man. I got my second oldest son. He locked up now. He in Georgia, and I remember one day like he spazzed out, and he was just like, Why mommy don't love me?" Like,
Mm,
you know what I'm saying? Like, even like, why my biological dad didn't love me like you love me? Like
mm,
you really mad at me, the person that you saying,
mm.
you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, man, your mama just sick. I know she love you. I can't speak on what happened with that man. I don't know nothing about that man. But at the end of the day, you still had a real father.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And even on some real shit, like, yo, you had a more of a father than me. You know what I'm saying? But again, you young.
Yeah.
You don't know how to articulate it. Everybody you probably around at the time is showing you when you mad about something to spaz out.
Hmm. Hmm. It's
Sometimes
to learn
it'll be the
behavior.
yeah.
Because we don't just learn, we don't just learn how to react. We learn how to suppress, we learn how to project. You know what I'm saying? Like we learn it all out, all of those things outside them four walls.
All type of emotional programming that you ain't
Mhm.
even you're not gonna even you know what I mean? It's people my age still that don't recognize it. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? I can't even sit here and say like if I didn't go through what I went through with my sons and say they just went through like perfect, you know what I'm saying? And that none of them died, I might be 50 some years old and ain't even peeping myself.
Yeah. Cause trauma definitely has a way of causing our brain to focus in on those spaces that we suppressed,
No,
right?
because that's the moment. Like that's one thing I learned in prison, and people don't really understand it. You might don't even really understand it anyway. If you like a person that always been in a relationship, it's always somebody in that bed at night before you go to sleep. But when
Hmm.
you like by yourself and you about to go to sleep, them 3 to 5 minutes to 10 minutes, however long it take for you to actually be unconscious, your mind going crazy.
Yeah.
Everything you can't, everything you can't hide from, you gonna feel that in that little time. And
Hmm.
that's really that's probably like the biggest thing I learned in prison. And I just leaned into it. I just really leaned into it. Like I say I'm in fault for anything. For real, for real. It ain't even gotta be your fault with the jump.
Hmm.
I'll be like, all right, it's my fault.
Just because you used to being accountable, then now it's almost like
Yeah.
yeah. Hmm. Man. Mm. So, how old were you when you had your first child? How old were you when you had your oldest son?
When I got them three, I got all three of them, they was two, and one.
Okay.
I was 23,
Okay. And so you go in how many years after you had them?
3.
Okay. And then you was in for 4.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And so, like, let's talk about those 3 years before you went in. Like,
Uh-huh.
where are you mentally?
I really feel like I felt like at the time I was in a good place because I feel like I still attribute it to this day. I feel like my kids saved me at that point. Like I
Mm,
needed them 3 boys. Like I had purpose. You know what I'm saying? I want, you know what I'm saying? My brother had got locked up for doing 17 years right before I met their mama. My other brother had got locked up for like, I want to say 6 years. And then my other brother had all these people like my brother, they had that I really was like in accord with. He had moved to Philly. So I was by myself for like the first time in a long time.
mhm,
So I was on super dumb shit. You know what
mhm,
I'm saying? It was basically like in my mind, everything my brothers taught me now, I got to show them that I could do this on my own.
mhm,
And so like when I got with her, it was like, you know what I mean? I don't never talk bad on my baby mama, but she was going through mental issues. Like she was super depressed, and I could see she won't doing what I would grew up with as a mama in the house. So therefore, I
mhm,
super over did what my mama would have did. You know what I'm saying? Like I was again taking her to the bus stop. I was cleaning up the house, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, You know what I mean? Like I'm a guy that gonna do everything I can do for these boys so they can at least have some type of stability. You know what I'm saying? Again, I'm telling you, like they two about to turn three, just turned two, and one was just one. So it's like I was just in that mind frame where, and I ain't gonna say and say I was living all the way right because I wouldn't have got
Right.
locked up 3 days, but I was living way more righter than I probably had lived the last 6 years.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? Just because I'm already having that in my mind, like, yo,
right.
they ain't got nobody but me. You know what I'm saying? So I felt like I
So,
was in a decent place.
but it sounded like you had to go and shift into overcompensating mode for the household
Yeah, it
because
was
remember
definitely
the
pressure.
home you had. You knew what home was supposed to look like and feel like.
Yeah, and I got to make Ash's Village look like Lois House,
Mm-hmm.
right? And that's a
Mm-hmm.
hard thing to do. You know what I'm saying? With you still everything outside. You know what I mean? We in the hood.
Right. Mm-hmm. And so you're trying to create stability without really having the assistance, right? Of her kind of contributing to trying to create that stable environment. So do you think that kind of caused you to fall more on the deep end of what you were involved in
I
because of
mean,
having to
yeah,
play
it
that role?
definitely eventually, yeah, it did because we went through stuff. You know what I'm saying? I talk about all this in my music. Like we went through stuff. Lights got cut off at one point. She had to stay with her mom for like a month. And you know what I'm saying? My mama was really at that point in time, but I love her to death because she eventually, once I got locked up, she stood up as a grandma. But before I got locked up, she was on some like, you doing too much. Like you don't have no, these ain't your kids. Like, and I know how far you gonna go. So I know my son. So whatever you telling me you might work at like Shoney's, like I was working at Shoney's, calling myself trying to get out the street. I'm working at Shoney's, but I'm getting like a $400 check for 2 weeks of work.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? With 5 miles to feed. Like I was literally, you know what I'm saying, asking everybody in my family to give me the Shoney's coupon. So when I worked the register at the at the Shoney's, I would put like the coupon in and save the difference. At the at the end of the night, I would go around and make to go plates and bring them to my family. You know what I mean? Some nights I ain't have enough for me, but they ate. You know what I'm saying? Like even while I was on bond, I had my daughter 3 months before I got locked up. So when I came home on bond, she needed some Pampers, and my baby mama was at Walmart doing all the shopping at one time. But I knew she wasn't gonna be back. I could have got a charge for stealing Pampers while I was on bond, facing 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The guy just consoled with me so much because he knew. You know what I'm saying? He really knew what it was. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man. He like, but I would love to get it to you, but I can't. You just can't come back in the store no more. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? He let me go. I could have I could have did longer just off of that
Just
little
so
stupid
that's
move right there.
yeah, you call it a stupid move, but that just shows how committed you were to your family, right? That's
Yeah,
what they say by any means necessary, right?
yeah.
That's the attitude that is given. Like by any means necessary, I gotta make sure we
That's just
good.
how I'm programmed.
So and it's kind of I don't even know how to describe it, but it's like a rock in a hard space, right? Like
Yeah,
you're doing something bad for the purpose of something right.
something
You
like.
know what I'm saying? And it's almost like the priority is aligned, right? The responsibility is in order, but I gotta do something really wrong to kind of make this right. In society, there's no pass for that.
In
There's
my
no badge
mind,
of honor for that either,
no,
unfortunately.
ain't no badge on, ain't no trophy. And in my mind, like what I had already did, it was like this ain't even
Right, it's a scratch on the surface. Mm-hmm.
like this ain't even bad. Like I'm just stealing some Pampers. They $30. Them people gonna get that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
The people ain't even gonna miss it. So I won't even look at it. Like I'm just looking at, and that's just been me. And that's what got me in a lot of trouble too, to be real. Because a lot of the stuff I ever did won't even for me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's just my mentality. Like I'm always gonna go for my people.
Mm-hmm. And so I'm sure after experience like that, did that push you like, did you go like in overdrive with the streets
Oh
after you
no,
got on the bump?
I was already on bond. I was already
Okay.
on my way
Okay.
on the prison. Like I was already on my way. So
Oh, okay. I got you. I got you. Okay. Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
we were just trying to see how
But
much
that
time.
was before you got your sentence. That's before
Yeah,
you
it
were
was before I got my sentence. Yup.
sentenced. Okay.
It was
Okay.
probably
I
like
think you just got out. Okay.
probably was like two and a half months before I got my sentence.
Okay. Okay. So recognizing how home was while you're out. Now you got to go in. Like, how are you managing that? Like, I can't imagine rest. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Knowing
there
how it
ain't no
was
rush.
there and
Like I
now.
used to say, like I said earlier, like the preacher would be like I really would be to myself, but like I'd be in my little cut drawing. I learned how to draw. Like I would be in my cut drawing. I read the Bible. I'm watching basketball. But then when I go out and interact with people, like I would be on not on no bullet time, but like competition bring a different type of person on. So
Mm,
like we supposed to be just playing basketball, but dude, they talked a little too slick, and I'm trying to cut you out the air while you shooting a jump shot because you won't fight me.
mm,
You know what I'm saying? So like those were like knowing what was going home. You know what I'm saying? Like cause my baby mama lost all my kids. My mom picked up my daughter. My sons went to their other grandparents' house, and I bought her while I was locked up with my last section. So I put her in position. She just went on her what she was on, but like just knowing what was going and everybody just telling me that junk was like killing me inside for real, for real.
mm,
But I would find peace, like you say in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Then a lot of stuff just happened. Like my cousin died. That was like the main person that was looking out for me while I was in there. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? So I can't really say I actually went in there. I came out there a better person than I came out mentally.
mm,
Cause
mm,
as soon as I came out, it was like, oh no, I gotta get my kids straight. Like I gotta really, you know what I mean? I can't have my mom taking care of my daughter no longer. And like my situation was so bad, I came home with custody of my daughter.
mm,
You know what I'm saying? So they gave me custody while I was locked up. So, you know what I
mm,
mean? That already had put and even the judge said, like, you better go home and take care of that baby, because if you, I'm gonna burn you. Like, for real, like, because I'm giving you a chance to take custody of her without putting, because they could have put her in foster home. They could have did whatever they wanted to do, even though
That's
my
how I
mama
said. That's a
had her.
lesson. I can't imagine. I ain't never
You
heard
know what I'm
that.
saying? You got a person locked up for drugs and a gun sitting in front of you saying, give me custody. Give my mama joint custody until I come home. And then the moment I came home, I had custody. So like, and that was a blessing. Like he entrusted me enough to do that. So like, that's why I came home, like everything, like money, musically, just being a father, like everything was on 1,000.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
And that's
saying?
why I take the music more serious too.
Yeah, that's when the first time I really even put music out, even thought it was, a possibility. And the benefits of that is where my career is today. But it really started like straight from home where I was just on everything. You know what I'm saying? Anything and everything. Like hearing all the things about that my baby mama went through, I still bonded her out with my first work release check.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I still came home, paid for her to be in a rooming house. Cause in my mind, I was like, as a man, I really know too much. I really don't want to be with her. But if I got to be with her for my kids to have their moment back, that's where my head was at.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But that's that family oriented. That's when that steps into play. Understanding
Yeah.
that family is so important. It only it's like a romance was even a thought. It was family. Mm-hmm.
And the person that taught me the family was the main person against it. Like my
Mm-hmm.
mom was like, man, need to get yourself together.
Mm-hmm.
Like it is what it is. Like, and I was going against her on that.
Mm.
You know what I'm
But I can
saying?
understand that though. I get that, right? It's like you taking on more. Like you still gotta get yourself together. You try and get some more.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
get it.
You know what I mean? I'm working at jobs and just to goddamn gonna get through probation and you know what I'm saying, get some type of little money to my mom, get some type of little money to my kids. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, her sickness, like I might give her money for my kids and my kids never see it.
Mhm. Mhm. So you get out and your goal is to like, you gotta get your family back together.
Yeah, first
So did
probably
you
first.
already know like no more streets? Like I can't do that no more because that's
I
gonna
mean, at first
jeopardize the
that's
family.
definitely how I came home,
Mhm. Mhm.
but also like evaluating the situation. It's like,
This job ain't 9 to 5 ain't doing it.
and then my jobs, they getting the tax credit off on me, and then they fine me, and they telling me in the room you did nothing wrong.
Mhm.
We just going a different direction. Like, bro, I don't even have no serious job, man. I'm washing the RV. And what direction you going to? These RVs still get washed tomorrow. I know what it is. You doing it every end of April, like so you get
Mhm.
the tax credit for the higher felon. You know what I'm saying? But what I did do from that is I went to school for HVAC.
Oh, okay, that's what's up. Mhm.
But again, like I said, even before we got on here, like I'm so used to because I went to school 2 semesters, I got straight A's, and then I got hit by a car, and they told me I couldn't do it.
Oh my God.
So that's just how I be. You know what I'm saying? But what happened from that accident is I did get my first business with the studio. My music took off. Billboards at Times Square, billboards in Richmond, super big features, probably some of the biggest features Richmond artists ever had. And I just took off. You know what I'm saying? So that's been like 5 years from now. You know what I'm saying? So that's when like I really started seeing benefits from the sacrifices.
Mhm. Mhm. So you got the studio going. So is the family together, or you realize that
Oh no,
it's
I
not?
got a whole new family by then, you know what I'm saying? So like probably like a year and a half, maybe a year when I came home. Might have been that first Christmas, like she kirked out on me over some money. And again, she's sick. I don't fault her for that, but that's when I was like, man, the money was supposed to be my check. That check was supposed to be for their Christmas, and she was basically like, "Fuck that, I need that." Da, 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 da. And I'm like,
Mhm.
"Oh no, if you go take the money from my kids in my face, it might was happening while I was on work release here and there, but like in my face, you basically nah. Like that was the last straw. You know what I'm saying? So I stepped all the way away from her, and then you know what I'm saying. I got with my girlfriend I'm with now, probably like not even a year. So it's been like 9 years coming up that I've been with this girl. So by the
Okay.
time I got in the accident, she was there for me through the whole accident. Um, you know what I mean? We got our own little townhouse, then we end up owning our own house, you know what I'm saying? So from that point on, stuff started to open up, you know what I'm saying? Until probably I say like these last 3, 4 years with the death of my son, the death of my mom, death of my little cousin who was like my protege. Things kind of turned a little then, but even in that 3, 4 year span, like musically and career wise, it's still been going like crazy. Like I just came back from a 2 week tour in Europe.
Oh, that's.
You know what I'm saying? So like I still been getting blessings, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm. Mhm. I mean, I can't imagine the blessings stopping. Right? It's because what we're taught is that we give and we shall receive. Right? We sow, we're going, reap, and so in spite of any curveballs, if you will. And I'm not making light of it, but in spite
Yeah,
of anything that complications coming out of the pipeline, they don't stop the blessings from flowing. But
yeah,
sometimes it just don't seem as big as
yeah.
what you
That's
face. You know
what
what I'm
like
saying?
I tell anybody, man, like I done been throwing so many curveballs. Like I hate the saying, man, well, you took so many L's, bro. I know something big coming. And I'd be
Mm-hmm.
like, bro, if that's really how life works, I'd be a billionaire by now.
Yeah, yeah.
That ain't how it work. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Which I'm also a firm believer in accountability. So I feel like, you know what I'm saying, no matter what I might have sacrificed and did for the good, I did a whole lot of bad. So if God don't ever give me nothing, I'm thankful.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
We do kind of, and even in the accountability phase, I think we do sometimes forget that we sow different types of seeds in
Yeah.
certain seasons, and but we only expecting to receive the good harvest. We ain't
No, no,
expecting,
it ain't like
we
that.
ain't
And I don't look at
expecting
life like
karma
that.
or nothing like that. Yeah.
Like I told my mom when I first came home, if I never sell drugs, you ain't gonna never catch me with no gun on me. Cause I already know, like you say, if and I really ain't really riding around with no gun these days, but like saying like I don't own no gun, like because you could be the best man in the world and somebody never seen you since something you did or you offended them about 25 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
That man ain't gonna give a damn about you changing your life.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Or it could be, it don't even gotta be you did something bad. It could be people people just hate on you.
Mm-hmm.
And that
And a
could
lot
be
of people going around.
and that could just be your karma
Mm-hmm.
for something that you did do bad. But that person been sitting around hating on you forever. And he finally get his chance. You know what I'm saying? So I don't never look at it like that. Like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Because people do, like you say, they don't remember the seeds they sowed 20
Yeah.
years ago. And they think it's just gonna be all hunky dory now.
Yeah. Because I'm on something different, then I mean I shouldn't be reaping nothing but what I'm on now.
Yeah.
Like that's all I should be expecting to be reaping.
I used
And
to my first week or two of my son dying. I used to be like, man, this might be my karma.
mm,
I gotta live with that. Like,
mm,
and the people around me hated me saying it, but and I'm not saying that is what it is, but it's definitely a possibility because you don't get to pick. You don't get to pick. You don't get to go out here and do something in 2003, and then because it's 2023, you know, oh man, shoot, I was supposed to get the comment for that back in 2010. I must have bought
yeah,
that. I must have beat that. No, that ain't how it go.
yeah, it don't work that way. Yeah. And or we expect the karma to look the same.
Yeah, you can't
Right. They come back the same way we put it out there and it's just
because
not.
you came with a butter knife. You made that man pull out a gun. And that's just, you know what I'm saying, in life terms. I ain't saying like in real life fighting, but
Right.
like that's just how it is. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like you don't get to pick the karma. So a lot of the things I go through, I take accountability in knowing that just like everybody else in this world, I ain't saying I'm the biggest, baddest whoop or did the worst things in the world, but I did things I ain't proud of, and shit, that shit might have been my karma.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? And I just got to get up every day and try to sow better seeds,
yeah.
continue sowing good seeds, and hope and wait for that to harvest.
Yeah. Because ultimately that's really all we can do.
It's really all you could
That's
do.
really
Like
all you can do. Mm-hmm.
that's another thing. Everybody come to me like, man, I don't see how you still going, bro. That stuff you been through with the folded everybody. I mean, like, bro, what you? I got other kids I got to take care of. I still got to get up. Like, what I'm gonna just get up and just crawl into a hole for? You
Right.
know what I'm saying? My son died on Friday. I was at the studios on Monday morning.
Mm,
And he like, man, I thought you was going, man, somebody got to pay for this.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
Who transitioned first, your nephew or your son
Oh, my
or your
nephew,
cousin?
well, no, I got a nephew that got killed like it's been 5 years now. Like pretty much over the 10 years of me being home, I probably then had to pay for or help pay in some type of way for at least 6 or 7 funerals. So I've been experienced death the whole time. Like not even a year of being home. My sister, that's my husband's wife, she died. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? So like death just been redundant in my life. So
mm,
I would say my nephew was like as far as not being my homeboy, which a lot of
mm,
my homeboys did that. So like my nephew was probably like my sister was first, and then three years later, her son is the nephew I'm talking about. He died,
okay. Mm,
and then my son died. 3 weeks later, my niece died.
mm,
I would say 2 months. maybe 2 or 3 months later, my cousin died, and 2 weeks later, my mama died.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So that was like I say, going on, starting at almost 4 years ago. It was a run from June to February. All
Mm.
that happened just in June to February.
Okay, so I get I gotta keep going, right?
Yeah,
You
got
expect me
to.
to do. I'm not gonna crawl on the hole and die. I get all of that, right? But how, if you're able to, how do you describe what helps you keep going?
Um, I think the biggest thing that helped me going in that time frame, it was one date that was better than that was so big that it balanced all four of those bad dates, and that was my son, my baby. He
Mm.
came October 20th.
Okay.
You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? And again, nobody could tell me I don't treat none of my kids no different. They all man's blood. Like I really just started even being honest and telling people they ain't my blood.
Mm.
Um, but finally, like having it was kind of like because he was a boy and it was like male dad.
Mm.
I got a boy back, like,
Right. Mm-hmm.
and you know what I'm saying. It kind of was like in all my kids, even my kids that ain't biologically mine, they look like me
Mm.
in some type of way. Like you could be like, oh, all my three boys when I used to be before I went locked up walking around, they like, oh, they look like you. They just brown skin.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
So like, but he came out like my identical twin.
Mm.
So like seeing his face, it was like, ain't no goddamn going, ain't no giving up. I
Yeah.
mean, I had plenty of rocky days. Like I spent nights in the grave site, plenty of nights in the grave site with my son. Like to the point I had to take a real look at myself and really be like, yo, you got to stop going up there, bro.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So it still was rocky, but I had him. I also, at the time, right after he was born, probably 2 or 3 months after he was born, my baby mama went to school. So I had him all day with me
Mm.
for her whole school. So like every day I got this like bundle of joy and he just like me, like
Mm.
Super Bowl, super boy, the boy of all boys, like super strong, like I tell everybody they think I'm lying, but the doctor literally said he like in 1% of the world. Like he's 3'7" and 51 years old at 3 years. I mean 51 pounds old at 3 years old. Like
Mm.
so, it's like I feel like that was God, like just giving me something to, you know what I mean, hold
Yeah.
on to. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? So
That's
like,
what they call the gift of life when that
yeah,
happens. You know,
I honestly don't feel like nobody else gave me that. You know what I'm
mm.
saying? Of course, my kids, but like the amount of like just seeing them grow and like, yeah, I love my kids to death. I don't look at them no different. It was just how,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And I was
Mm-hmm.
like,
The timing.
I was stuck with them. You know what I'm saying? I was literally stuck with them. So it was like, you can't, I mean, you stuck with all your kids that live with you,
Yeah,
but like
yeah,
all day, you and him. You
yeah.
know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So I think that was like the biggest blessing that really, you know what I'm saying, held me through that for me to get out of that and end up and you know, it was also a burden, but it's also a blessing. Like I got my mother's house just dropped on me. So by her passing, so I ended up basically I lost my studio in that too. I didn't even say that.
Mm.
So I ended up turning her house into my studio. So that's where
Mm.
me and June is at every day. So now I'm isolated with nothing but music and June.
Mm.
And I also say my he like a cousin to me, but we rap together. But I know him since he was since I was in sixth grade. Noah O kept my head together. Like, you know what I'm saying? He knew I was like on the verge. Other than when I got June, he really know me, so he knew I was like on the verge, and we dropped the album called Richmond Brave, and he pushed that album so much to had us like having a show every week. We got to go to a podcast every week, and I honestly feel like he had in his mind like, yo, I gotta keep this dude
Gotta
busy.
keep them. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And because of that, like we went up so much. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy. Like it's crazy. I really don't feel like niggas can say what they want, but ain't too many people did what me and him did done in Richmond ever. You know what I'm saying? So we was out of town. We performed at Apollo. You know what I'm saying? We was just constantly on the move, constantly. Oh, we going to Atlanta this week, bro. We got to do this. You know what I mean? Like constantly, been on a crazy run since that happened. And I gotta thank him for that. You know what I'm saying? I constantly thank him for that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I think he really knew like I gotta give him something to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Once it's 6 o'clock and he free from that baby, it's no telling what he'll do. If I ain't giving him nothing to focus, and he know I ain't want to let him down. So I was gonna do it. And that's really, those are the things that I really could say my son, and like still focusing on my other kids and focusing on music, having something with music to really focus on and actually seeing like benefits from it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because if I won't seeing benefits from it, I might be like, man, cuz, man, I ain't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
A
like
lot
I
of guys
think
do that. It's like it's what they love. They're hard into it, but it ain't bringing in no income. So after a while, you
no,
feel like it's a hobby and you wasting time, and you go
I
ahead and go
tell
back.
people all the time, like, you gotta be delusional to do this. You do, because like if I tell somebody right now, and because people have seen what it's brought me, they'll try to answer the question, deflect the question. But if I told you right now, bro, it's a great business that I think we'll love doing, and we got to put 100,000 in it over 10 years, but we might not never make a penny.
Yeah, no.
Nobody's doing that.
Yeah, yeah.
You got
But
to be
that's the reality
delusional.
of the music business.
Yeah, that's the reality.
Mm-hmm.
That's the reality. But like I could say, even in the times before, like this last gauntlet of, since the beginning of coming home and coming through all that, like the music kept me focused. And I got a brother named Young, and he always said that, like, yo, you might have been rich if you never did music, but I don't think you would have made it.
Mm-hmm.
Like you wouldn't be here because it gave me something to focus on.
Right. Mm-hmm. And so that grind, that commitment, that dedication, the rush, right? The
It's
movement.
adrenaline.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's just like trapping. It's what you put into it. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
adrenaline. Like
Well, shout out to him because it's and I think that's the unfortunate part about how a lot of us where we go through things and experience things without that one that I don't got to cry on your show. You already know what's going through my mind. You can pick up my energy. I don't have to express every emotion to you. You just know me enough to know that I'm off
yeah,
or I'm
no, like for
potentially
real.
on the
Like
ledge or
and
whatever.
I'm definitely the type of person that I'm alright to everybody. Like my baby mama, she can't probably tell you when I'm really going through something, because I ain't gonna get that joint off. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never coming in the house, you know what I'm
With no,
saying, letting you know
yeah.
I'm fucked up, or this shit really got me. Like she ain't never seen I don't even think she ever seen me cry over my son.
Mm.
I have cried. My kids cried. I cried in front of my kids after the funeral, and I did it on purpose. Even that was a reason,
Mm.
because I went to the funeral with glasses, and I remember crying in the car. My kids coming out there, and like, Dad, is you okay? Like you ain't even cried at the funeral. And I told them, I'm like, yo, don't nobody deserve to see I hurt.
Mm.
Because when you've been a person like I've been, I don't even know if some of these people at this funeral because they want to see me hurt or they really care.
Mm. Yeah.
Because I know how funerals go. Some people just go to funeral just to be in the mix.
Yeah.
So don't nobody deserve it. I take these glasses off and I cry in front of y'all because y'all feel my pain.
Right. Mm-hmm. And it's good. It's good that you express that and show that and display that. Yeah. Because that's a real thing. I was saying to somebody a while ago, funerals have become like photo ops now.
No, they definitely that.
They just go just to take pictures, see who hurt, and then go talk about it later. But this is for the being there for the family. That theme is far past us. You know what I'm saying?
No, for
Like
real.
you
And I tell
might got
everybody,
a handful of real people that's really there for the family.
everybody gonna come to you, man. Hey, bro, time gonna heal. Like I told Rue with his wife, I told him straight up, but time don't heal nothing in this.
Mm.
Time don't heal nothing. You gonna still have them moments. Time just in time you'll get stronger.
Mm-hmm.
You'll never heal.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't never no healing. It's impossible to heal from somebody losing somebody that close to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
You'll just get stronger and learn how to deal with it. And even in that, you will still have moments.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm an open book. Sometimes I drink too much. But like just my Friday, that joint, I'm getting drunk as hell with them. Like with him, like, yeah, we go get drunk, we go goddamn kick it. But that also at the same time I'm sitting there consoling him. What they don't, I'm thinking about everybody else that died.
Of course. Mm-hmm.
Like that, it reopened a whole new wound. You know what I'm saying? It reopened a whole new wound just to see somebody with that hurt that you know so well.
It takes you back. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's impossible. It's just like your first love. Y'all had a song. If you hear it, it's impossible not that you might never want to see this person again. It's impossible if that song play, you ain't gonna think about.
Mm-hmm. Because that's why it's called an imprint, right? It's an imprint on your memory that it doesn't, it doesn't fade.
It don't go nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
It don't go nowhere. That's why, like when you said this thing about talk about it, I always talk about it because if you ain't talking about it, you really just putting the mask up.
Mm-hmm. And you're not even really coping. Some people think I just keep it to my chest. No, you just suppressing and pressure pipes.
And I ain't the type of person that took time to grieve. I tell anybody that I ain't grieved none of these people, but I talked about it. Because I ain't about to sit nowhere and grieve like some people might take off a week of work or no, I ain't doing none of that. But I don't deny the conversation.
Why not?
Cause they died. I didn't. My bills don't stop for a week. My other kids still need to go to make sure they're at school. You know what I'm saying? Like nothing stops.
Yeah. So you feel forced to keep going because it's not like if I can hit pause on life, then maybe I will take a week.
Yeah, I don't have that type of job. I'm in this music career and entrepreneurship. I don't have those benefits.
The luxury.
You know what I'm saying? Like, no, like I can't call out no days.
Paid time off. Yeah.
No, if I wasn't talking to you right now, my right hand Noah Oates, he starts a festival called Charged Up Fest. It started today. So it's an award show today. If I wasn't talking to you, I'd be there. When we in this conversation, I'm gonna be there. Like I don't, you know what I'm saying? But everything for the promotion of what we're trying to do and what is all good to the, you know what I mean? It's all good, but just sitting around, no. Sitting around one day like, oh, I woke up and I'm thinking about my son, man. You know what, bro? I ain't got it in me today. For me to take one of them days, like I said, I didn't got daggone guy shit faced the day before that joint, and I'm old now. I can't bounce back like I used to, and I might take. That's because my body saying you got to sit there. But for me just to be like, man, I could wake up tomorrow with a cold. My mama tell you, I'm not sitting still from the sneezing.
Mm.
If I ain't sick enough, I gotta go to an emergency room. It ain't no reason to sit still.
Mm. But you do, there will come a time where that's needed.
Yeah, it will.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I always feel like even on them days, my mama used to be like, if it was to a point where I couldn't move, she like, you ain't even really that sick. God just sitting you down.
Mm-hmm.
And it be days like that.
Yeah.
But for me to make that decision,
Yeah.
nah, that ain't even in my mind.
Mm-hmm. 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 But if the time comes where, and that's how they say it, God shuts your body down to sit you down, then you'll submit to that because
I ain't got no choice.
yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I feel like I already did that. I was 30 days in the hospital when they got me hit by a car. Shoot, that was 30 days. I sat down.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Sit
Like
down
that's how I
for a
look at it.
minute. You done done your
Yeah.
time sitting down, is what you say.
I ain't got time to sit down.
No, I hear
I
you.
might be figuratively sitting down, but mine ain't sitting down. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like it's something going on. You know what I'm saying? It's something to be done. Whether it's you know what I'm saying? I'm a sports guy. Even if I'm watching the game, I got the beats on. I'm making beats while I'm not listening to the game. I'm making beats. Or I'm writing or I'm putting the show set together. Like I ain't just to be sitting down.
Right.
Nah.
No, I hear you. I get it. They say wealthy people got a saying where they say, I rest when I'm dead, right? They figure, listen, gotta keep going. So I get it. I get it. At least you are allowing yourself to go through the journey of healing. Because a lot of people, especially men, they do both. They don't sit down, they don't grieve, they don't talk about it, they
Yeah.
don't, so at least you are allowing
And I go to sleep
yourself.
at night. Don't get it twisted. I go to
Mm-hmm,
sleep. I ain't sitting here saying
mm-hmm.
I ain't going to sleep,
Right, no,
but
I got you.
you know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? But yeah, like grieving for me, like is putting it in the music, having these interviews, talking through it. If somebody want to talk on that, you know what I'm saying? Because they always come up because people know, especially in the city, know how much I've been through. So they're gonna always, and it's gonna always be in my music. So it's gonna always be a question
Good
about it.
question.
So you know what I'm saying? So that's how I chose to grieve. Like just keep going through it. Like I never seen my mama, even in retirement. Like I never seen my mama have a day where she just sat there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? She go clean something. She go probably cook something,
Cook
clean
some, clean
something,
some. Mm-hmm.
check on a couple people in the family, make sure they straight. She might have her books all over here doing something for church. Like I ain't
She
never
ain't
seen
sitting
her.
still. Mm-hmm.
Nah, I ain't
Mm-hmm.
never seen that.
So let me ask you this. So, where were you, or more so, what were you doing when you first was notified about your sons?
I was at home. My other son came into the room screaming.
Mm.
And then we rushed to the place it was supposed to be, but it wasn't that place. And then we rushed straight down to the MCV, and they told me my son had been pronounced dead.
Mm.
And I told them they ain't got to tell my kids. I went and told them I looked my kids in the face and told them myself.
Mm-hmm. How did your kids react to it?
They was crushed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I still hear them scared. I hear them screams for the rest of my life. Ain't no ducking that.
Mm. And the youngest is how old at this point?
He was a baby, so
Oh,
he
okay.
wasn't even born. No, he wasn't even
Oh,
born. He wasn't even born. So the youngest at that
oh,
time was
that
my
June's not
daughter.
born.
Yeah, so the youngest
Okay.
at the time was my daughter, and she was 12.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta look at that. She's a 12-year-old that really probably ain't seen her mama at that time 6 years, and now you telling her her oldest brother gone. I
Mm.
feel like my kids probably went through more than most 50-year-olds, to be honest.
Mm.
the stuff that they just had to deal with, the pain and emotions. It ain't like they just go through the wildest things, but they've been through enough that I don't think a lot of 50 and 40 and older people I know they probably ain't even felt them type of emotions.
Mm. And then for them to have to experience it so young.
Yeah.
Mm. You ever consider, or have they ever had therapy?
Yeah, my daughter I just talked about, she in third.
Good. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And so at that moment, do you recall what your thought process was, or did you kind of blank out? Or,
I mean, I know what my thought process was, but it wasn't nothing good.
yeah.
I mean, at that point, the things that's programmed in you, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was my
That's an
thought
instant
process.
revert back to, oh,
Yeah,
that's
instant,
yeah.
instant. Like
Mm. So when were you able to notify his mom?
his mom ain't know until like 6 months later,
Mm.
and I ain't notified. I had a friend of mine's notified her.
Mm.
Yeah, but he did text me and ask me like, I know y'all been looking for her, and you know what I'm saying. She really don't want to talk to you, but she don't want you to see her like this. But I feel like it's been 6 months and ain't nobody told her yet. This might be our only chance.
Mm.
So
Mm. Did that make her, and maybe you probably not in a position to even answer that.
I
Let me
really
ask,
don't know.
yeah, well, I'm gonna flip it. So did she come around more after that, or she's still in the same
No,
place even after
she
that?
in the same situation as far as I know.
Mm. So this is a Friday, and you in the studio Monday.
Yeah.
And so is it therapy, or you just, or is it just business as usual?
I ain't going there to record no music or nothing. I went in there to be a owner of a studio.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you don't
I
feel like
be.
running from it. It's just like, it's just what you gotta do.
It don't feel like running for me. It feel like this just what you got to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Again, what is sitting in the house going to accomplish other than, consoling my family if they need consoling, but I was definitely going to do that regardless. So, you know what I'm saying? At some point through that weekend, you still might have moments, but
Yeah.
everybody pretty much they got themselves together and
As
just
best they
coming to
could
the facts.
anyway.
Yeah, as much as they could, and they just coming to the facts. This is just something we got to deal with.
Mm-hmm. Did you see any effects on the boy that was under him in terms of his decision making?
Both of them, both of them, both of them been in trouble ever since.
Mm,
And they was in trouble before, but
right.
you know what I'm saying? It was really
I
that
was wondering if
year.
it would have caused him to withdraw a little bit, but they just,
I really thought that for my third oldest, I thought that for him. For a while it did. And then I feel like he just got caught up with the wrong type of people. And that's probably like just fuel. But at the same time, like we talk about, and I look at it now like, man, he young. Like, he don't know how to process it.
mm-hmm.
It's the first time I had to process it as a father. You know what I'm saying? But when I get the chance to talk to him, I talk about it. Like, I talk not even really just about male, but I talk about like just the road you going down. I really don't want you to go down because you done seen everything I lost. You know what I'm saying? I really don't. I don't wake up 2 or 3 days and look on Facebook and it ain't I done lost somebody in my memories. Like that really don't. I don't really go too far with that.
Mm-hmm.
And he followed me on Facebook, and I be saying like, don't you see?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? How many people I done had love for gone? Like, It don't, even if you make it, even you if you survive and you get to turn your life into something different, which I feel like I have with this music, but and a lot of people that been in the same shoes as me have, you know what I'm saying? It don't change that.
Right.
And yeah, people go through losses regardless of what lifestyle you live,
Right. Mm-hmm.
but it's a different type of loss. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It definitely hit different. I got you.
You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Your auntie passed away from cancer. You hurt, but you know what I mean? People in the regular lifestyle normally, unless it's like a heart attack, don't just,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? So it's a different type of feeling because I felt that too. You know what I mean? I felt that plenty of times too, but it's a different feeling.
Yeah. Did it make you question your fatherhood, your
Definitely,
the role model that you were?
definitely, a lot, definitely. Like I said, I was looking at his casket like I spent $20,000 on a studio, and I could have spent $20,000 and sent him
Mm-hmm.
away. You know what I'm saying? Prep school or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But I also have come to the terms with, and my mama used to tell me. My mama started telling me this, like especially like the last year and a half of her life. Like you said, the boys was your boys, and they showing you they your boys. Like
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? So my mama had to go through a lot. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, being young and going through things molds you into certain things. And
Oh yeah.
sometimes you're not going, all I could do is pray daily for my kids. Sometimes it's really, I always used to be on them like, I'm the map, bro. I'm y'all map. Y'all ain't got to go through nothing out here that somebody don't know how to go through and that can deter you and show you the right way because I've already been through it. But I realized like, that really don't matter
It don't work that way. Yeah.
because you got free. And that's one thing like, I hate when people be like, a kid dies and be like, yeah, their parents won't deal. In some cases, it might be that,
Mm-hmm.
but
But
I
it's
know I
not.
was a super parent. I was involved in my kids' life, and it still happened. So that don't really matter. It could be they friends' parents ain't in their life, and so they friends can influence them to do something like.
Mm-hmm.
So it ain't always that. And I
Right.
think we as a people like to blame that on every
Oh
situation.
yeah, it's a stigma. Mm-hmm.
And it's definitely some situations like that, but it definitely ain't always that.
Well, that's our first go to. That's the first,
Yeah,
yeah, that's the first line of defense. Oh, must didn't have a father. Oh, must didn't have
and
a.
I can think about that with me as a child. And I can think about that with my child because it's nothing I did out here because of my mama.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even allow nobody even to speak that.
Mm-hmm.
So
Or the lack of something from her.
yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah.
Like
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
you can't even speak that. Some people just got to go in their own way and they got to learn on their own. And unfortunately, I just pray to God that my kids survive it. But unfortunately, pain and scars is the only way you learn in this in that lifestyle.
And then here's the other part, right? It's like they our children, but it's their journey.
Yeah, they got free will
It's their journey. It's actually their life. It's not our life.
at all.
You know. And as we know, as being children, you're in a trance when you're a child. I don't care what space you in, but it's a trance. You like, you know what I'm saying? You in this world, so you can see all the examples around you. People could warn you and say, "Don't do this, don't do that, don't do this," and you still
You still
follow
gonna
it
do it.
because it's not. A lot of times it ain't really, and this ain't got to do with not holding people accountable. A lot of times it ain't really got nothing to do with your lack of efforts,
Yeah.
or you know what I'm saying, or what
It's
you
just
did
it's
or
just like
showed.
it's just like somebody that's an addict, man. You gotta want it.
Yeah.
You gotta want it. And can't nobody make you want it. That's even down to a kid that live with their parents their whole life and ain't really accomplished nothing in life. And their parent was good people because they had to be working to take care of him and him still be there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But they ain't want it. How many people know like that?
Yeah. That's the reality right there. That's it right there. Yeah. Because if they don't want it, we can't make them want it.
You can't make
And
nobody
the more,
want it.
and then what I'm realizing is the more we try to make them want it,
The
the
more
more
they
they
don't.
rebel. Yeah. The more they rebel. Yeah. And so it's like what I'm getting, because I'm just kind of hearing, even in your response, I'm kind of hearing what you're saying people say to you. Like, man, how you keep going? Or
No,
how
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie to you. They don't say, "Oh, you talking about what you said? How
you
you
know, I'm
keep
just saying
going?"
how people say how strong you are.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were talking about the
Going.
parent. Oh, it's the parents' fault. Like, nah, they ain't say
No, no,
that
no,
to
no,
you.
no, no. I'm just saying, as I'm hearing in your responses,
No, yeah.
why people say that,
Yeah,
because I don't hear bitterness and resent, and
I
you know what I'm
won't.
saying. I do
I
hear
ain't, I ain't
hate.
gonna lie to nobody. And people looked at me crazy, and I was like, I remember when my nephew, I told you that was like the first
Mm-hmm.
young person in my family. And I was like, yo, I know what my nephew did in his last 48 hours of his life. And I was like, I don't even blame dude. That don't mean if I was to ever see dude at that time when my mind frame was that you gotta pay for it. You gotta pay for my feelings. You gotta pay for my laws. But even in that moment in life, like I never was, I ain't that, I wanted even with my son, I ain't never come out, you know how parents come out and be like, oh, he was a good boy. And nah, I ain't doing none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though my son's situation, he didn't deserve that, and he didn't deserve that at all. But I always told my sons, like, yo, if you play in this joint, it don't matter if you're the smallest person on the totem pole or the biggest person on the totem pole. They can smack you. People can smack you. God can smack you, or the judge can smack you with whatever consequences they want to put on you, and that just come with it. And I would tell them, just whatever it is, hold on your consequences, because I ain't never trying to hear about you putting your consequences on somebody else, and you chose to be in this.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like understanding what you're choosing,
Yeah.
what comes with it. Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. I got some questions for you. I know you got that event. He sat down with me instead of going to the events. I
I'm sitting there.
appreciate
I'm,
that.
I'm, I'm with you.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I know that this is what I've learned. My experiences are not just for me, right?
Nah,
I
for
may
real.
be affected the most, right? It might shift something in me, but my experience is not just for me. My experience is
For
for
a
other
fact.
people that I don't even know nothing about.
Firm
You know what I'm
believer.
saying? And so that's what I get. I mean, for whatever it's worth,
Firm believer.
yeah, I believe your experiences are for so many people. These are people you don't know nothing about. You probably never meet. You probably never hear from.
Yeah.
But I know that your experience is for so many others than yourself. And it's not about, like, we not dancing around cliches, right? We talking about the depths of pain and
Yeah.
trauma. And as we talk, before we went live, it's that sometimes that's all somebody need to hear. Just
Yeah.
that part right there. And it's like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it ain't no 2 hour lecture. It ain't 4 Sundays.
Nah, for
You know what
real.
I'm saying? It's just hearing how someone was able to handle or not handle, cope or unable to cope, face or not face. But just hearing that, just it makes a major difference in people's lives. Because a lot of us around, you said it earlier, a lot of us around a bunch of phony people with masks on. You know what I'm saying? Hiding their feelings and hiding their trauma and avoiding, devastation at all costs in terms of someone finding out what's beyond the veil. You know what I'm saying? Like, we want to keep this appearance, and it ain't helping nobody. He ain't helping nobody.
I mean, you
We
look at it
actually,
like most people get to AA meetings from people that did drugs or doing them.
that's it, right there. You can't go to the alcoholic and you ain't never drank and think you're gonna help get them in rehab. Non-effective. No,
Ain't
you can't
gonna
go to
happen.
the heroin addict and preach a sermon and show up every Friday at their house like Jehovah
They ain't
Witnesses
gonna
thinking
hear it
you're. It ain't gonna get it because you don't get me, you don't hear me, and you don't know me.
at
But the
all.
moment you say, "Oh, nah, I did," and that was, or I am,
And they still, and again, they gotta want to, because they
they
still be
still
like,
want.
well, that's, yeah, let you goddamn go on your journey. But that's you got a better chance.
You're more effective when you have your own experience you can share with them.
Yeah,
So salute to you for being a voice,
thank you.
for being approachable, right? And for being, I don't want to keep saying vulnerable because I think it's a little deeper than that. For being honest, I think that's
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
for being honest about whatever emotional space you may be in. You
For
know,
sure.
that's a big deal for a strong black man. You know that that's a big deal
It
for a
it
strong
is a
black.
big deal, but at this point, like I feel like as a black man, like you don't even get to be in that space. You're not allowed. We
Mm-hmm.
never really was, and it was quieted. And now you'll get ridiculed for being in that space. Like, all right, my story might be different. Nobody gonna just outright, down it. But what I mean, you see stuff on Facebook all day, like or Instagram all day, or he's sassy because he told his feelings on how he felt about something. You know what I'm saying? Like even against women, you can't be a man and speak and say something you don't like about a woman. Oh, you must be gay.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So like the emotional status of black men is really like it's even worse than police on black men. You
That
know what I'm
part.
saying? Because people don't understand that. Like say you doing something wrong, you got to worry about the police and somebody you did it wrong to.
Mm-hmm.
Say you wake up and just want to be an emotional, open, expressive black man. You got to deal with everybody.
Everybody, everybody. Mm.
Everybody. The people you talking about that you write about, the people that you talking about that don't even got nothing to do with what you say gonna bring an opinion. Like everybody. Everybody got an opinion on a black man's opinion.
Mm.
I don't see white people go through none of that.
Mm-mm.
I don't
Mm-mm.
see Asians go through none of that. You know what I'm saying? I don't see Hispanics go through none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but a black man expressing opinions, oh no, that's a
Opinion.
somebody
Y'all not
saying
allowed to express
something.
opinions or feelings.
Yeah, definitely feelings.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just taking opinions to deeper. You
Yeah.
express opinions, you expressing feelings, they definitely gonna call you all type of.
Yeah.
And even if they ain't calling you sassy, they calling you weak.
Yeah. That's the one
That's
right
where it went. It used to be you weak. Now they went
now.
to
You
bringing
said
in, oh, you sassy. Oh, you must be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy.
yeah. Yeah. But that's why I salute you. In spite of knowing all, right, that you're up against with being vulnerable and expressive and opinionated and talking about your feelings and your hurts and your struggles. That's a lot. And I see you doing this effortlessly.
I don't know. I only know how to be me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I'm still telling you how I feel.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell a person that in person. So like that's why it never affects me. You know what I'm saying? When I say that, to be real, I'm speaking on more other black men that I see. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because at the end of the day, like I ain't gonna say they can't. I have weak moments, and I'd have been on Facebook or Instagram in weak moments, like sad or something. But they gonna say like, "Oh, well, he was a street nigga though. Like he got that going.
Mm-hmm.
He just mourning his son death. Like you know what I'm saying." But say you ain't on the street nigga and say yo, God forbid, somebody close to you than died. You could have the same feelings I got about certain things that you done seen. And
Mm-hmm.
you ain't gonna have that same, I'm just
Right.
being honest, you ain't gonna have that same disclosure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's definitely it's the self-hate, it's the self-hate within us as Black people that perpetuates everything that you're saying.
Yeah,
Um, because that, like to your point, you don't see other nationalities treating themselves the way we treat ourselves,
yeah,
especially not their men.
no.
Especially, listen, that's a whole nother podcast dialogue.
And it
Especially
ain't,
their men.
and you know what? And I'm gonna say this because we ain't got to stay on that too long. But I even had a conversation with my homegirl, and it ain't just, and it's just Black American because if you look at how like Barbados or
Oh
Jamaican,
yeah, yeah,
the way they raise men, men can't do no wrong in their culture.
yeah.
It's just Black
Positive.
American.
It's Black Americans. Yeah, it's Black Americans. We're westernized, if you will.
Yeah, I
You know what I'm
guess.
saying? You know what I'm saying? It's like we got this thing all wrong. So much so, like, and it's hard not to keep touching on it, but it's like the high regard we see, and I love how you brought up Black Americans versus an African, or you know, like it's like no, we're talking about red carpet. Like we
Man,
don't bat an eye wrong to those men. You know what I'm saying?
bruh,
Like you don't speak against the man.
Jamaican
You
can
know?
have 10 women pregnant,
Yeah,
beat 5 of them, and mama still gonna say that man a great man.
yeah. He still gonna have his throne
What? And everybody gonna move as such.
accordingly. Yeah, yeah.
And
And
that's
so,
saying, that's cool. I'm just saying a Black man can have one girl, ain't got that gonna get caught out or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Go to work every day, and they still feel like your feelings is not needed.
they're not valid. Black American men's feelings are not valid.
You want to know what the man
And your position is not solidified.
You want to know what you know what they say when the Black man tell his feelings? You throwing what you did for me in my face.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You got that going speaking. You speak too highly of yourself.
Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, Black American men can't be great. And unfortunately, we as Black American women don't allow y'all to be great. We don't want y'all to be great. We don't support y'all in y'all greatness. You know what I'm saying? And it's a that's a whole nother look. That's a
Yeah,
roundtable discussion
that's
right
a
there. You know
whole
what I'm
nother
saying?
joke.
That's a whole nother roundtable discussion. And trust me when I tell you, I don't feel like a lot of these Black American women, so we could do this for 3 hours if you want. And it's but you know, we smiling, you know, but it's a harsh reality.
No, it is.
It's a harsh reality. Because that's why try to move on. But that's what makes it so difficult for a Black American man to get in the posture that you're in. Because there's so many naysayers that they don't even want to deal with that. So I just keep my feelings to myself. I keep my opinion to
That's what
myself.
you're gonna do. That's what you're gonna do. And I ain't gonna say like I might speak publicly like this, but I ain't gonna sit here and act like it ain't more points in time that I don't speak on how I
Mm-hmm.
feel in other realms. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't gonna sit here and say that either. Like, but that's just what come with being a Black man. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, your feelings can't cash a check.
That's true.
But the moment, because I've been that too, but the moment as a man, you feel that way, like I'm a I'm gonna address everything. Like ain't nobody feelings gonna cash a check for me. They gonna say you cold.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Careless, cold, money hungry, all those other
You
things.
money hungry. All you care about is money. You know what I'm saying? Anything you do is just for benefit.
Mm-hmm.
When you know what I'm saying, people don't even know as a Black man, niggas been so down and poor and through life, nigga, money damn near the top thing we can show you love for, because we ain't gonna just get that joint out.
Yeah.
Now you got people that's cool with that, that's their lane. But most, you know what I'm saying, stable minded, and nigga ain't gonna give you too much money. Nigga might, you know what I'm saying? I be telling my homegirl, I done told my homegirls before, man, that dude bought you a pair of shoes, nigga, you better be shit. That nigga got 2 kids. He could have bought 2 pair of shoes for both his kids, and you out here tripping like he ain't do nothing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, our values and respect is definitely misplaced
Super.
over here for sure.
And I think the reason why I can even have that outlook is because I come from a woman that never had those. I can honestly say I come from a family, like on my mama's side, like I can't tell you a cousin I got that's just with a dude because of her money. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never see that. So I seen real love my whole entire life from women. You know what I'm saying? But that really ain't the vibe in this world. Like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be
They
damn
don't
near
make them
perfect.
like that no more.
Yeah, if you ain't perfect, or the moment they see a flaw from you, then it's going to immediately just be what a nigga doing for me.
Definitely very transactional, right? Unfortunately. Yeah, we gotta do better. Queens, we gotta do better.
We all gotta do better. Men gotta do better
Oh
too.
yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? I
Because I
never
think
seen him say
collectively,
that.
if we all start to do, I feel like collectively, if we can just, which is going to be extremely hard this day, but if we can just stay in our lanes and maintain our positions, if we can just do that collectively, we'll see the progression. We'll see the black family being made whole.
Just mind our own business.
Yeah, we just got to learn how to stay in our lane and just hold down our position, you know, and just
Stop comparing. Stop comparing what you got to the next person. You know, I see people talk about it before, and I really ain't believe, but now I do kind of believe it. Like, you got people that really sit on this joint, Instagram, Facebook, and really compare themselves to celebrities. You know what I'm saying?
Like literally
I come from the culture. I come from dope boy culture. Wearing, I brought my first. They wearing Pradas now, and I brought my first pair of Pradas a year after I came out of school. I thought, and niggas ain't even know what they was, but now I be looking back on that joint like, bro, everybody wearing designer now. It don't even, is that even really a exclusiveness?
Right.
And it's because of they watching all the celebrities on Facebook. So the working dude, to work a regular job, feel like he got to get some Pradas.
Yeah, have to.
Or he got some Gucci's on. Like, it's like it's tricking our minds so much, you know what I'm saying? In so many different ways. It's unexplainable.
Yeah. And that's why we all so out of position. We're looking up to the wrong people.
No, for real. We're looking up to a relationship. Relationship goes on Instagram, right? I'm gonna set the scenario. You might not have the best relationship, but this man really love you. He the guy that gone, let's say he stepped out once, you stepped out once. But y'all been together for 15 years, but y'all got a great life and got over everything. But now you looking at this woman because she got down getting $150,000 on a car, but dude beating the dog shit out of her every night.
And
you like, relationship goals.
Yeah. Voice the ignorance of it all. That's real. That's so ignorantly real. That's the truth.
She over that bitch snorting coke every day just to maintain to get to the next day. Man, all type of stuff going on. He beating her ass every day. And you like, relationship goals because of a picture on Instagram.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't get it. But yeah.
Then when it blow up and everything come out that John, you just go find the next. You don't even look at, you don't be like, damn man, maybe I should be cautious about what I'm saying I need my goals to. You just find the next person with the next picture that ain't came out, they situation ain't came out yet.
Yeah. Yeah. Never examining that which I looked up to. We just go to the next one.
Or why did I even look up to it?
You know, there's no time for that. Where's the next? Where's the next couple that appears
Or you might got
and
this
more than
man
one?
over here that ain't never cheated on you, come home every day, love your kids, but he ain't got the money to ride in the Benz.
Mm-hmm.
And you like, relationship goals. Cause that girl take a trip every twice every 6 months. She taking
Mm-hmm.
trips and she showing you the trips. But you don't see her in between the trips because she getting her ass beat.
Mm-hmm. And I ain't laughing at the situation. I'm laughing because that's just how, you
Or
know, that's how
she
vain we
might be
are.
doing worse. She might be selling her ass.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't even gonna say that's worse because they both bad, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
It's just that's just how vain we are
so
nowadays.
worried about that.
Mm-hmm. That we trick ourselves our own spot, and now we can't be grateful for what we had because it don't look like that.
It be in so many ways. Like you a young nigga, you might be on the block, and you ain't been on the block 6 months. You might never seen $1,000 to your name, but because this rapper got a Gucci belt, you get 800. You get the 800, and you go spend $400 on the belt, and knock yourself
Yeah,
all the way back to $400.
yeah. Just to have that belt on for the
Or
gram.
you live in Section 8, and you a decent looking woman, and you ain't never counted $500 other than tax time, but you telling a nigga you need to have mans to talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
Yeah, and it's only gonna get worse.
No, it is.
Yeah, it's only gonna get worse. And that's I mean that just goes back to what we said. The values become misplaced. Where it's not even nothing's valued as much anymore. Not grateful
Nothing.
for what I have anymore because of
No.
all the people I'm following. They make me feel like I don't have nothing and haven't accomplished nothing, and you know, and it's just it's almost like this indirect form of manipulation that takes place in us and we don't even realize it. You know what I'm saying? Like they just doing what they do, which is only showing you what they want you to see, number one. You
And that's
know,
just their life. Even if they ain't doing nothing, even if all the craziness ain't going on, that's just their life.
yeah, not yours. Like, yeah.
Now everybody needs to be a celebrity.
Mm-hmm. On the
Everybody's supposed to be a celebrity now.
yeah, yeah. Well, you know, social media, you can be what you would have said. You can be whoever you want to be,
Yeah,
right?
because you can get on here, you can say the stupidest amount of stuff, and Facebook will send you a check for maybe $30 in a month. And then you can say, well, I'm getting money by doing it. No, it ain't nothing in your life changed by the
Monetize it,
$30.
yeah.
Nothing changed
Monetize it.
in your
Went
life
viral
because
and
you got
monetize it.
monetized.
Yeah, those are the goals. Everybody want to monetize and
It's
go viral.
crazy. You might get $50.
Like,
Even if you got $100, you done made an ass all week, all month for yourself for $100. I damn near respect the girl that went out here and sold her ass once this month and got that $100 more than you. I'm gonna be honest. At least she
oh
only
man,
did hers for she did hers for a cool 30 minutes. You went a whole 30 days.
whole 30 days for that same 100. Dang man, it's
Crazy.
bad. And they're and it's affecting us the younger and younger generation.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's what makes it. It's actually scary.
Yeah, it is.
I tell
It
my
is
18-year-old son, I said this stuff is actually scary,
super.
like for real, because I don't even know where society is 5 years from now.
It could never stop because they're never going to take cell phones away, and they're
Mm-hmm,
only going to get smarter.
mm-hmm,
It's not like it's no part of technology that we just said, oh, well, it's getting out of hand now. We like
mm-hmm.
they didn't be like, man, you know what? Let's keep it at flat TVs with the big backs because
Uh,
they don't need to see 4K. Even
yeah,
though they probably been had 4K,
yeah.
but
Oh, long before
they
we actually got you saw
yeah,
it.
so
Yeah,
they ain't be like, well, you know what? No, they gonna let it. Well, if you get them the flat screens with the big back for 1,200, they would pay 25 for this. So we might as well
yeah,
go ahead and give them that. They never gonna
yeah,
stop it.
yeah. Mm-hmm. That's those backdoor conversations for to tap into the consumer's mindset.
Yeah,
They
for a
already
fact.
know.
And we're gonna advertise it to everybody we know can't afford it.
Because those are the consumers, the ones that can't afford it.
Cause the celebrity we sent one to him.
He didn't even have to pay for his.
Oh, he gonna, cause he don't even realize when he take a picture with that joint, everybody that ain't got the money for it, going to get it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a movie. It's kind of old at this point, and I know.
Yeah.
I already knew behind the scenes we was just gonna go, right? And so I'm gonna get my question and then let you go. But it's this movie called The Joneses.
I heard of it. I never seen it though.
It's pretty. I mean, it might be maybe 2015, somewhere between 2015 and 18, something like that. I can have the years wrong, but watching that movie shows you exactly the whole strategy of what's going on. And this is in wealthy communities. We're not even talking about, you know.
Oh yeah, because what we doing on a small scale, they doing to a big scale.
Yeah, that movie is one to watch. Let me get my questions out the way because I already knew behind this. I said we could just do this for like 4 hours easy. And I'm trying to be respectful. I tell people 145, 2 hours, and that.
Oh, yeah.
We get to run in our mouth and we get all comfortable and we can't end. But let me get my question out of the way. Not to rush you, but
no, yeah, you good.
I want to be respectful of time. So let's see where we're gonna start.
And watch all the eyes on SBA because Harden Bryant loses his own man.
So tell us something. What's something that men experience when it comes down to grief that a woman may never fully understand?
Foul there on Harden Bryant. There was no need to foul him.
9 times out of 10, if a man is present in that grief, a man gonna have to come with. Man can't just think about the grief. A man got to come with the financial part too. Even if a woman by herself, there's gonna be other men in her life that's gonna probably come to try to help.
So the financial obligation, is the part that most women don't really.
Yeah, you ain't gonna.
Mm-hmm. You talked about losing your studio. Did you feel like that was like a tarnish to your reputation when that happened? Did you feel like a failure? Like what was that feeling like when you lost it?
I got backdoored by my partner who it was his idea to do it. He backdoored me. You know, some men get with a female and they let the female tell them the shit that they was dreaming about is not for them. Or they need to do it with somebody else. You know, it's some people, and I'm at the point now, like I've got through that bitterness. I ain't even mad at the woman because he allowed it to her, or allowed her to do it. You know what I'm saying? She didn't know me like that. I paid for that man kid's Christmas our first year in business, so she don't know what extent I went to him. So she might be only going off of what she see or whatever angle she can come into to get him where exactly she wanted. And if you allow that as a man, then I'm not even blaming the female no more. It's you.
Yeah. What did survival mode cost you emotionally?
Soldiers back each other. Today, we're still serving the military and their families with those same values.
Emotions. You know what I'm saying? Really, like I don't really, other than that one time in the car, I don't think I cried with my son. I don't think I cried with my nephew. I know I didn't cry with my sister. It took my mama for me to really break down and cry. And I did that before she even passed. Like once I knew she was gonna pass. So, you know what I'm saying? Just regular emotions, like the opportunity to be in them. You still feel them, but like sit in them. Like I feel like I dwell in them at times, but like I can't. Again, I ain't gonna sit still. So that opportunity.
Do you feel like people tend to notice your pain more than your profession at this point with everything that's happened in the past few years?
No, I don't feel like they even notice my pain. They notice what I went through, but they don't feel like it's crazy. I don't feel like people have like not even the closest regard, or I ain't gonna say regard because that means they don't care, but I don't feel like they have any like clue to my pain like at all.
Mm.
That's why they
No real
act.
acknowledgement
That's
of your
why they
pain.
say like you so strong, bro. Like I
That
think
is
I
a
want to.
very indirect way of not acknowledging the pain.
Yeah, and I don't think it's people that love me the same way that
Yeah,
don't.
yeah. No
You know
ill
what I'm
will.
saying? I remember one day my girl was like, "I don't see you cry," and in my mind, I laughed it out, but in my mind, I'm like, "You don't even know I'm crying in your face right now." Like, so
Because
I don't feel like
a certain
nobody did.
expression that people are looking for.
Yeah,
They
they
don't get
looking
that
for me to.
expression. Mhm.
I
They're
ain't
looking
got
for the
that in me.
boo-hoo.
Yeah, I ain't got that in me, and I ain't gonna show it when I got it. I bring my ass over here and do that shit by myself, and I feel like it's a time clock on me, like 20 minutes, 15 minutes. Look, hey,
That's
all
it.
right, you know what I'm saying? Go get a bottle and sip and get and shake this shit off, and goddamn man, do what you got to do.
Do you think that there's a certain version of yourself that has died with your son?
Definitely.
What version of yourself would that be?
Uh, as much as transparent as I am, is like being open to even being, like I said, this therapy to me, like music therapy to me. But like, you ain't really gonna get this conversation with me one on one.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? Um, and also like I used to want like a million kids.
mm,
I don't want another soul.
mm. So you say your music is healing for you. So is it the creating of music that's healing for you? Is the mode that you get in when you're writing or performing that's healing for you?
It's delivering the memories.
Mm,
Like, it's delivering even when they happy memories. Like I can listen to my songs and like you might hear me giggle like because I'm thinking about exactly like I'm the type of artist I write strictly for my life.
mm.
So like I might giggle like oh in my mind like oh shit like and you know what I'm saying like then I remember that type shit like so it's delivering in the memories and turning them into something creative.
Do you feel like you write more when you're in a dark space? Like if it gets heavy?
Right no freestyle yeah.
Mm. So that's probably like the best expression for those feelings when it's
Yeah.
heavy is freestyle. Mhm. Do you feel like prison hardened you emotionally?
Nah, because of what that preacher told me.
Mm.
I feel like without that, definitely.
Mm. Shout out to that preacher.
For sure.
What guilt do you carry?
Mm. Probably the most, like the guilt of my son. The guilt I feel like I waited too long to do something my mama could be proud of. Um, even the guilt in myself, like I waited too long. Like I could have gave myself, like again, like I said in the last year or so, a couple of years, I've been looking back on, you know, what I might was looking for as a young man, and if I wasn't looking for that, I might have been like, because at the end of the day, like I said, I did music when I came home from prison. Like everybody knew I was, all the people that knew me knew I was nice before, and I did it, but I just did it in a lackadaisical way. And
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? Like, who knows what I would have been if I went super hard 20 years ago.
Mhm. If there was one thing you could change as a dad that you think would have saved your son, what would that have been?
David Williams could not buy one in game 4, but look at the look. To win me after that fade.
Probably tell him he had to stay with me. If he got killed, he lost his license. And he was with me that whole summer after school he died in June. So he was with me for like a month. He kind of dropped out of school anyway. So he was with me for like a month and a half. And literally he got his license back 2 days before he died. And his grandma called him and told him, your license here. And he got killed in that car.
I want you to finish a few sentences. Okay.
All right.
Nobody knew I was.
Still hurt.
The younger version of me needed.
My father.
Some nights I still think about.
My son.
Losing people back to back made me.
No.
The pain I had the most is.
All of it.
I wish men could openly talk about.
Pain. No, I
So
changed that. Pressure.
okay, question. You wish men would openly talk about.
Pressure.
Mm,
Because it ain't always pain.
mhm, mhm. And sometimes what's pain for us is actually pressure for y'all.
1,000%.
Mhm, mhm. Did that make you fear losing more people or stop fearing loss altogether?
Probably stop fearing loss altogether.
Because you did say numb.
Yeah, like
Mm.
it's just like a routine now.
Mhm. What conversations do you wish we had before death happened? And this could be nephew, mom, son. What kind of conversation do you wish you had before they died?
So I had a real conversation with my mom before she died, And I told you I had a real conversation with my son before he died. I didn't know he was gonna die though, but I mean, just for the sake of just not saying I wish I'd have had this I would want to have a conversation with my son
Mm.
every day of my life. And so but I could say like it would be a real conversation if I had with my nephew. Like my nephew, I would have told him you ain't gotta be me.
Mm. After losing them,
Frank,
music makes me.
Which the Spurs fans were giving to SGA. You loved how involved and invested in.
I guess you could say happy, but I don't know. I was trying to think of a different, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It ain't really happy. It's like
You know what?
music makes me reminisce. Like even if you ain't if you ain't really saying shit that relate to me, I ain't gonna listen to you. So even listening to somebody else, like it's certain things you're gonna say that's gonna make me reminisce back to my life.
Mm-hmm. The old version of me.
It was more quiet, was
Why?
suppressed.
Suppressed. Losing my mom changed my.
So hard for everybody to hear a whistle. Russell took a shot on that drive there, Mike. Slow to get up here.
Everything.
Oh, Stan Benny. Russo gets up. And he got pushed. He got shoved from the back.
Have you forgave yourself for?
What about breaking that ball? I think it was the floor, right? That's causing all this. Yes.
Your parenting style?
I don't know. I ain't never feel like my parents style wrong.
Okay. Cause I asked that because you mentioned earlier.
Yeah, I overdid some stuff like I probably would, but I'm still the type of parent that shoot, even my baby, you break this tablet, I ain't giving you another one for you gonna feel me before you get another tablet back.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So you developed some balance in that area.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I thought maybe I misunderstood something.
No, that was that you like as you get more kids, you get better at certain things.
Yeah. Because essentially, and like I said, my husband and I, we had 5 total, and the youngest, I feel like we're completely different parents to him than we were to the other kids. So yeah, I get that. Mm-hmm.
Say there. Talk with Wimby. Jamal, only 3 field goal attempts here in games 1 and 4. Those were Wimby type numbers in game. But I'm more shocked you got dominated inside the paint. Like go inside the paint. The first and fourth game is where you dominated.
I think you kind of answered this a moment ago. How hard is it for a man to admit when he's emotionally broken? I think you kind of answered that indirectly earlier.
I don't think you never admit it. I don't think admitting it would do anything for you either.
A long rest for FGA. Over there on the bench for the Thunder.
What would you say to your younger self?
In the fourth quarter, Mark Dago telling us, look at this team, they got down 16, 15, somewhere in the fourth quarter where one of the big guys didn't even shot. Remember?
I don't even know what I would say so. You stronger than you ever thought you was.
Mm. Sometimes I blame myself for
Everything.
you blame yourself for everything.
Pretty much. It'd be crazy because if you talk to certain people, they think I'm never wrong, but I blame myself for everything.
Mm. But you mentioned being comfortable being accountable, so I can see that.
Yeah.
Mm. See a few more. What is the hardest thing you've had to forgive yourself for?
And I can't even say 100% help, but it would definitely be my son.
So bulking that right ankle. He just reached down and grabbed that right ankle. Game 5, the winner will have a chance to win and get to the NBA Finals.
Sometimes I still hear
My kids screaming.
Day 2/3 on ABC at 8:30 Eastern Time. Congratulations, Mike Brown, Leon Rose.
I learned that life
Organization. What a wonderful display of team basketball we saw as the Knicks closed out the East and the Cavs at 4. Listen to
Ain't about you.
Where you go with this? Wins this series. I've said enough from the Knicks. The Knicks are going to be favored in the finals to win it all.
What's one thing your fans don't know about you?
Yeah, I knew it was
I'd be so transparent.
It's like they know everything about you.
If they really listen, like, you know what I'm saying? It depends on, you know what I mean? If you really been listening to my shit the last 9, 10 years, you probably do. Because it's something new. It's rather new. I can cook.
Okay. What is the toughest part about the music industry?
The fakeness. Like, especially if you coming from the streets, you thinking, I ain't got to look over my shoulder in this realm, and they probably worse than the streets.
Mm.
The bond that you feel like you making with people, like you ain't looking at them like he a producer, he an engineer, like, oh, this guy really believe in me. You ain't really thinking like, oh, they beating you over your head for your money type shit, like, especially when you want it bad.
Mm-hmm. You think that you've come out of one world into a little, maybe a more respectable, honest, and you realize it's just conniving.
It's super conniving because they're gonna rob you without pulling a gun.
Mm.
And if you react, you still the bad one.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't win.
Mm-hmm. Is there a song that's difficult for you to perform?
Drowning.
Hmm?
Yep, drowning.
Drowning. What's drowning about?
It's about basically everything I went through, like right before I got locked up and right out there. Like, it's like a timeline.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Just talk about stuff I seen, stuff my kids seen, coming home, my sister dying. Like pain.
Mm-hmm. I saw I thought I wrote it down. Let me see. Is it Junkies Lives Matter?
Yeah.
What's that about? Tell me about that. What inspired that?
I mean, at the time, everybody was doing Black Lives Matter, and it's one side to it. Everybody know where my past come from, selling drugs, so they did matter. They pay my bill. The other side of what people ain't really know, and because I don't try to bash my kid's mama is that my kids lost their mama from addiction. So Chunky live matter.
Mhm. Do you feel like society gives up on addicts too quickly?
Harper thought that he got an elbow from the cane.
I ain't gonna say that.
No.
I mean, it's too much
You think
stuff. It's
family
too
give
much.
up on addicts too quickly?
Nah, I mean, but I also look at like what they drive their family through. Cause I've been there, so I probably ain't the best person to ask that.
Right. Mm-hmm. Well, that's a good perspective, right? Mm-hmm. Because sometimes you can feel their life
Yeah,
can matter
yeah,
so
yeah.
much that
Yeah,
you
I mean,
ignore
and at the
their.
beginning, I felt what you call it, like I felt like it was my fault too. I mean, I ain't gonna say a lot. Like I was popping pills with her too. You know what I'm saying? Before I got locked up, so
Mm,
once I was gone, she ain't had nobody to really probably pay for them, and you know what I'm saying. The next step is cheaper.
mm.
So like I even went through that. You know what I'm saying?
You felt
I,
like a little responsible.
yeah, and not saying I mean I didn't she was popping pills when I met her. You know what I'm saying? I just know when you're a female, a certain type of female, and you have you have somebody that's gonna make sure you get the things you like, this, that, and the third. A lot of times that happens. It happens to men too. Like there might be popping pills at a rate, and then you ain't got the money to get them pills, and it's somebody around the corner saying, "Well, shoot, you paying
Mm,
30 for one pill, and shoot, I got $20 a pill of dope right here."
mm, mm. Have you ever tried therapy?
No, my daughter asks me about it all the time.
Are you considering it?
Not really.
Why you smirk when you said your daughter asked?
Good. I knew you was gonna ask that. It ain't no people. It ain't too many people that's gonna talk to me as long as you talk to me and not ask me that.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. I hope she keeps asking you. Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. And this is like it's many forms of therapy. It don't have
Yeah,
to
yeah,
be the
yeah, yeah.
lady with the glasses sitting across the
No,
desk.
I feel like that's why I say I feel like my music
You
my therapy.
already kind of have your therapy, right?
Yeah,
Like,
I have my outlet.
no, that's a good valid point. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So the answer is yes. You are in therapy.
Yeah,
In
you
a
could say
different
that.
form of therapy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I stand correct. Yeah, different form of therapy. Okay, I got like three more. Okay. Do you ever feel lost without your mom being here?
All the time.
Yeah, I know you all about footwear, so I got you something. One big shoe, flip it over. Boom, shoe phone. And look, you put plastics in. Great. Yeah. Hello. Hello.
Did your pain ever make you self-destructive?
Now, phone work. Download today. Get $50.
Definitely been there. Not self-destructive on like.
Save on insurance.
Nah, I've been to the point where I was ready to commit suicide before, but that was like just one time. But like self-destructive, more or less, to be honest, is making decisions that's like stupid, like or you know what I'm saying, just making stupid decisions, like being self-destructive.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying, getting drunk as hell and driving home. You know you shouldn't be. You know what I'm saying, and don't even know where I end up at, like blacking out. Just being, and that's just as self-destructive as putting a pistol to your head.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What's the most that you want for your children? If there was just the most important thing I want for them, what would that be?
A life with peace in it. Because I never knew it.
What do you want your kids to remember you as?
31-12.
A real father.
Well, sir, I'm stopping with my questions. I think that this has been a wholesome conversation.
Show
I
that.
appreciate you accepting. I appreciate you trusting me.
For sure that.
Level of dialogue with. I appreciate your time and your efforts and how you are giving back to your community. Right, there's many ways of doing it, and I do see you giving back to your community in different forms. And so, blessings for that. You got anything coming up? Anything you want to announce?
Yeah, we got a show on this Saturday, 30th at Broadbury. We bringing Benny the Butcher. All week we got all type of events, mental health, different little showcases, and then the big show is on Saturday. We got a basketball game on Saturday. Just look up Charged Up Fest. It's all week.
All week, okay. That's what's up. Shout out to that. Okay, I think that's all I have. Well, I'll keep following you. You know, I'm not gonna stop just because the interview is over.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Like I said, I'll be sending you everything that y'all doing, and so in complete full support of that. So if you don't have anything else to mention, I will just end with my little plugs and all. So if anybody looking for any investment properties in DC, Maryland, or Virginia, Georgia, or Florida, you can reach out to me. That's Davis Development Group. If anybody looking for any rental properties, whether they are short-term or long-term, in DC, Maryland, or Virginia, that's AirDDG. You can reach out to me. Anybody need electrical service, whether it is commercial or residential, that is Sendell Systems, you can reach out to me. Anybody need athletic apparel, definitely reach out to our boy Rue.
For
Also
sure.
reach out to my 18-year-old son, Be Empowered, that CEO_BE Clothing. You can reach out to him. Thank y'all for your time, your patience. Thank you, brother, for all that you do. Peace.
Thank you.